there, ref. That's he got the ball.
Yes, everybody, welcome back. How are we doing, Spurs fans? Spurs are back in action. Welcome back to the Irish Hotspur here. And it feels like it's been a while since we've done one of these watch-alongs because that international break, I don't know about you guys, felt longer than even the previous one for whatever reason. Maybe it's just me, but we are back in action. The mighty Tottenham Hotspur, and we are going to be hosting Aston Villa, a team that we've had some prickly affairs with in the past. You know, they've had some moments with us, I think, when we've been battling for respective places in Europe, some injuries that have, of course, occurred against them. You know, the one and only Matty Cash, but we are back in action, and I'm looking forward to it. It's a massive game because we do have some pretty difficult affairs, some pretty difficult fixtures coming up after this, and I think this could be a good test, a good barometer to see what Spurs and Thomas Frank are made of in terms of the lineup. Probably were able to discuss it earlier with Dave on the pre-match build-up, but in case maybe you're just joining us now, we have Vicario in goals, Pedro Porro, Romero, Van de Ven, but this time Jed Spence at left back. Dave is doing some research beforehand. Apparently, Destiny Udogie has a tiny sort of pull-up of whatever kind, you know, with his knee. It looks like that he maybe picked up over international break with Italia. And then in terms of the midfield, it's Palhinha and Bentancur with Xavi Simons through the midfield. I'll get to Dave on that in just a second. And then Odegaard on the left. We have Matisse Tell through the middle, and then the one and only Mohamed Kudus on the right. Dave, you were just chatting in the back end, and you did say on the members preview, perhaps the two maybe noticeable points are that Xavi Simons is through the middle this time, and the likes of course, Jed Spence is going to be on the left instead of Destiny Udogie, which might have been just a needs must. Maybe that was just what Thomas Frank had to adjust to, but two of the maybe noticeable, you know, calls there in that lineup.
Well, it's 10 of the 11 that beat Leeds before the international break. So I'm thinking he's hoping to sort of pick up off the back of that, you know, show some consistency in the selection, you know, and hopefully, you know, because they looked all right against Leeds. There was a bit of rhythm there in what we were trying to do. And I think he's basically trying to play off the back of that. That's why you're seeing him maybe put out more or less the same team. Of course, the Spence in for Udogie was sort of forced. Now, with the Udogie injury, Jack, like we were discussing beforehand, it's like, let's not sit here and go, oh, he'll be back from Monaco, because we were told for Solanke for quite some time. It's only a minor knock, you know, and he still hasn't featured and stuff like that. So I get worried when I see stuff coming out like that. The only thing is, Thomas Frank seems to be a very honest guy, and he did say it's a minor issue, but it's not him I don't trust. It's our medical department and their diagnosis. But I think that might come back to bite us a little bit today, not having Udogie available. Just quickly, Jack, because I've made the case. I think Udogie and Odegaard are better together than what Odegaard and Jed Spence is. And the reason being is that Udogie's left-footed, so he's constantly looking to play direct down the line. But also, he goes on the overlap a lot more, which pulls players with him, which gives out Odegaard that time and space to be able to get at his man and produce something. Whereas with Jed Spence, with him being right-footed, a lot of the time he's going to look to pass that ball inside a lot of the times rather than down the line. So I think it will have a massive effect on Odegaard's performance today, to be honest with you. So I'm a bit worried about that partnership down that side. And then Xavi in the number 10, you know, over someone like Papa Matassar or a Bergval. Look, this Villa team, they're aggressive, they're physical, you know, especially in that midfield area. It's one of the big things of an Unai Emery team. He likes his midfield to be combative and turn over ball and try and gain control of the game. And I'm just worried because in years gone by, they've been very physical with us. And look, we have had a soft underbelly. Now, that has been rectified this year with the signings of Palhinha, Kudus, you know, the emergence of Romero, Van de Ven's becoming more aggressive and stuff like that. So we don't have that soft undertag, but you do have to earn the right to be able to go and play. And my big concern is Xavi Simons a bit lightweight for this fixture in that number 10 today? However, I do hear the cause of the fans. At the end of the day, if we want someone to nail down that number 10 spot and we want that guy in the team that's going to be creative, you've got to show consistency and keep putting them in there. So I understand that call. But they're the only two slight concerns I have. But at the end of the day, this team should be good enough to go and pick up 3 points against Aston Villa. I think Matisse Tell starting up front over Richarlison. Hopefully he can build up some confidence off the back of his goal against Leeds, and also he scored against Aston Villa in the Cup last year, so hopefully, you know, that's just a good omen and he can find one today. But make no mistake about it, Jack and Spurs fans out there, this is a huge game today. You look at the league table on our watch along that's displayed here. There's only 4 points separating us and Villa, who are down in 11th. If they win today, all of a sudden there's only 1 point between us,
Yeah.
and they're straight back in the hunt. So this is the time of the season where you got to start separating yourself from the middle of the pack.
Yeah.
And this is why today is so important to win. Also, with the home form not being great, we've got a period of Chelsea, Copenhagen, and Man United coming up. Some of the bigger fixtures in this tough run are at home, so we have to start showing the ability to be able to pull teams apart and deliver wins at home, because that's also going to be crucial in terms of pushing us to top four. Now, I know my prediction at the start of the season was, I think, 7th or 8th, and look, I'll still take that. It's sort of in terms of it is progression in the league. But right now, we have a golden opportunity to try and kick on and maybe go for a top four challenge that no one expected this year. So for me, I think it's prime opportunity to go out here and beat this Aston Villa team, and separate us from the hunting pack. This is the period of the season where you sort of define what you're playing for come out the back end of January. So this is a period where notoriously Tottenham drop off. We haven't had the squad depth. We haven't really had the sustainable style of play either to sort of sustain these periods. You're hoping this time is different, but in order to be able to do it, you've got to start off with a win today, Jack. It's so important. Plus, just another couple of quick facts. I think we've only beaten Villa 2 in the last 6, and Thomas Frank has never, ever beaten
Unai Emery.
So, there's a couple of things we need to overcome into this game. Sorry, just quickly, my mom's ringing me.
Well, no, great intro, Dave.
Mid-flow she was.
Great, yeah, mid-flow. Great intro from Dave there. Excellent work, lifting off the back of him there. Very congested league table, like he mentioned there. I mean, I think if we win today, we're 2 points off of Arsenal. It's just crazy to think about. But then the other way around, right? Villa, who are in 13th at the minute, if they pick up 3 points against us, they're only 2 points behind us. So it's still a very congested league table. I don't know if I share as much concern about Xavi Simons through the midfield as Dave does. The only thing I could probably agree with there, though, is I love Pop Matasar. I love him in these big games. I think he proves to be very valuable where he picks up goals and assists and just seems to be that guy that shows up in the bigger games, in the big moments, and seems to find a way to contribute to some of the goals in some of these bigger games and bigger moments. So I do kind of feel like he would be a useful player to have in this game, especially starting off with. And then maybe you could bring on a Xavi Simons or have Xavi Simons start in on the left, move him towards the middle later on in the game. So where I do agree with Dave is I just love having Pop Matasar in these big games, and I feel like he could be missed. But we'll see if Xavi Simons can take advantage of this faith. And I guess what we all have been saying, even what Spurs have been saying, is he's still a very young player, still adapting to the Premier League. We likened it in the members preview to almost the Florian Wirtz kind of situation at Liverpool. And so maybe he just needs to be given these games here and see if he can, of course, take the opportunities. It's not about just giving him free charity and just giving him game after game after game, but you got to show that trust and that faith in him at some point. And maybe this is one of those big games to see if he can do it. And at home in front of the Hotspur crowd, which you would imagine are getting up for this game. It's a big game. It's not a Burnley or anything like that. They should be definitely getting up for this game. So hopefully we get to see a good performance from Xavi Simons, and then the crowd get to feed off of it as well. Very, very good intro, though, from yourself there, Dave. Hopefully everything's all right with your mother. Happy birthday to her.
Yeah, no, it's my sister's birthday, so they're just trying to organise, and I've had every different member of the family ring me today, ask me am I coming over, but of course Tottenham are playing, so takes precedent. As much as I love my family, I gotta watch the games and stuff like that. But no, look, it's an absolute massive game today, Jack. This really, in years gone by, we've had so many sort of encouraging starts, right? Even under Postecoglou, first 10 games, encouraging starts. Under Conte, encouraging starts. Same under Jose Mourinho. Even under Nuno, the first 3 games, encouraging.
Yeah.
But traditionally, we have not been able to kick on in this period. This period that's coming up now, we have not been able to kick on, and it's been a huge problem for Tottenham Hotspur. And I'm sick of, early momentum never really, or, good early promising start never really being turned into momentum. Well, today is one of them momentum-changing games in the season. Big game, at home. You got to win it. You got to put 3 points on the board. All of a sudden, you separate yourself from the chasing pack. You're inside top 4. You've got everything next week. Another difficult game away from home that we don't do well at when we travel up there. But all of a sudden, you're heading into that game full of confidence. Big game 100%. Against Monaco midweek. We have to win today. It is a momentum-changing game for the season.
And just quickly as well, Kevin Danso on the bench, Richarlison on the bench as well, Archie Gray, Lucas Bergvall, Brennan Johnson, once again, not making the starting lineup. Pop Matasar is on the bench as well. Kinski and then Kolomwani probably was one of the other talking points as well. I think some people were pushing for a start today. I think I was hopeful of one, but I don't know if I was expecting it yet because, again, he's only really just come back
Just
from
quickly,
injury and doesn't maybe necessarily have the fitness, or I don't know, maybe he's still slightly sore from, that injury, even though he's been given minutes over
Just
international
quickly,
break. Yeah.
news update, Jack. Tottenham Hotspur have just put out on their official account Kevin Danzo replaced Christian Romero in the starting lineup.
No.
Mickey van der Ven will now captain the side. And when you look at the drills out on the football pitch, Romero wasn't out doing the drills either. It was Danzo taking part in that back four drill they do. So it looks like the captain is out. So all that thing about getting him an early jet back, private jet, so that he could be here fit and available for today's
Oh my
game.
gosh.
And he's not available. Danzo is in for Romero. So that is a late change to the lineup, everybody.
Wow. Spurs again dropping like flies. it's just I've made the joke that I even think Thomas Frank has inherited almost the exact same situation Postecoglou had, if not worse, at least to start off, the Premier League season, because he's without so many attackers. He's basically had, threadbare forward line to pick from. And then now he's missing Destiny Udogie and the likes of Christian Romero, and Destiny Udogie only just came back. Romero was just in training yesterday. It's just absolutely absurd. He was in training yesterday, taking pop shots from outside the 18-yard box. Just
apparently,
what is going on?
Apparently, he was doing some sort of warm up and he shook his head and went down the tunnel. So,
oh my gosh. Well, again,
hopefully it's the runs and it's not an injury. Hopefully, it's just an upset stomach or something like that.
Yeah, hopefully he's back to Ryanair for good. He says AK Shags, exactly. Yeah, no more private flights. Something must have happened on that private flight. And let's just hope, he's just having an Eric Dyer. He's just having a bit of an upset stomach, or it's just nothing too major. Thank you, John, for the support. Thank you for being very patient as well, saying, good morning, lads. Football is back. The dawn is back. Need the 3 points. Let's effing go. Come on, you Spurs. Listen, John, we were off to a great start going into this. I was thinking Destiny Udogie is going to be starting today. Yeah, it's also really nice to think about Dom Parachichi being given his love and being returned back to his rightful place as the director of football. But now all of a sudden, we're going into this, I think, a little bit more nervy than I expected just with these news of Udogie and Christian Romero. Hopefully you're all right, John. Hopefully you've been enjoying your weekend. The football is back, which does feel really good as well. And I spent the majority yesterday. I had a little bit of a lie-in after going out on Friday night, but it was nice to just sort of kick back and just sort of watch all the football yesterday and just not really have a care in the world, apart from that. It's been very, very nice. And hopefully Spurs deliver a win as well. And then we can all have a perfect weekend. John, hopefully you're keeping well, sir. Really do appreciate your support.
Big up, John. Good to see you, my man. Jack, just on the change at centre back, it's one of them. Danzo probably wasn't expecting to start. It's one of them. It's a quick turnaround, and hopefully, that doesn't come to back to haunt us in the opening couple of minutes. Look, Danzo, in fairness, he's not one of them where you're bringing in a Davies or a Dragusin and you've real concerns. So far, he's shown the ability to be able to step in and sort of maintain the aggression and everything else that we've been seeing. So, I'm delighted that we have Danzo, and we need a massive game out of today, especially because the fact with Vicario, he's been hit and miss at this moment in time. And at the end of the day, I know people are moaning about Vicario, but there was a report that Ali Gold put out during the week that has actually flown under the radar about Kinski's regression behind the scenes. So reality is we need Vicario now more than ever before. And, now is also the time for him to put some of them early shaky, maybe performances behind him and sort of really kick on. We're going to need a massive game from that guy today. And it's a massive opportunity for him to sort of quieten down a lot of the noise about him. I think my narrative of, do we have to look at the situation the way Arsenal did with Ramsdale is sort of becoming more and more popular. More and more people are maybe speaking about it. So it's a big opportunity for Vicario today to not make any mistakes, slicing balls, pushing it back into danger, making long shots look difficult, stuff like that. We need a massive performance today, especially more so now that Romero's out injured. You're going to rely on him even more today. He needs a massive game.
Just quickly as well on Danzo, I think he kind of struggled against Bodo Glimt, but he hasn't had too many opportunities this season, so I think you can kind of write that off. But I agree with you. I think he 100% I have so much more confidence in. He's just a bit of a natural defender, sort of a guy that is your traditional center back. And that's what I do like about him. He is reliable, but just remembering that Bodo Glimt game, which was one of our worst performances of the season. And I felt like he did kind of struggle in that game,
Mm.
both defensively, but I think also in possession. And that's my slight worry with Romero coming out of the team, because we just know what he could do when he's given time on the ball.
Yeah.
He can just pick out those passes that just really get a move going, can almost in a way start out a really dangerous attack just out of nowhere. And we know that that's what Romero brings. And maybe as well when it comes to just setting the tone, with a fierce challenge on someone just to sort of take them out of the game. We know Romero's capable of that. But that's what happens. World-class center back missing. You're going to feel the no matter how you put it, no matter how you slice it, no matter how you try to cope with it, that you're going to be missing a world-class center back out there. And yeah, we'll just have to make do with it. It's part of the campaign, and it's been Tottenham Hotspur for the last year and a half or so now. It's just something we've had to get used to with these
That's
injuries,
madness.
no matter how much we try. Just want to welcome in some other people. Really do appreciate you guys joining us. If you can, smash the like button, get into the comments, please. Feel free to stop us at any point with a question or anything that might be on your minds. And if you do want to support the channel any further, feel free to become a member, and we do appreciate any bit of extra support. Shemi Tan was in here nice and early, so I'm getting to you now, Shem, saying, "Afternoon, Dave and Sleepy Jack. Hope you're both doing well." And Jack has double espressos and a pot of coffee handy today. Need a win today, no matter how we perform. Frank doesn't have a good record versus Emery. Yeah, it's a lot of things you have to and I think Dave, put it very well, but there are a lot of things we have to sort of triumph over. There are a lot of things that we have to sort of overcome. His record against Emery, our record against Aston Villa, both of those have not been great. This Udogie injury, this Romero injury, coming back off the international break, plenty of things that we're going to have to
Home
triumph
record.
over. Yeah. Sorry.
Home record is another one.
Home record, yeah, being one of them as well. I mean, we made a big deal of that in the members preview. So maybe a bit similar to the Leeds United game. Let's see if we can triumph over all those various
This is
factors.
more important.
Yeah.
This really is a momentum builder. It really is sort of one of them. It makes your season or breaks your season. This will either make our upcoming fixture list easier to manage, or it's going to make it more difficult. So it really is a momentum sort of changer for the season. We've built up early good, some good early form. We've put points on the board. Now's the time to sort of build upon that. Build off your good early work. That's what I'll be saying to these players. Just build off it. Don't let all your hard work, all them long hours in preseason go to waste now today. Go out there, get the 3 points on the board. Let's fucking kick on. Let's show that the mentality at this club is changing. Let's show that, many people thought we were coming in to stabilize. Let's show that we do have ambitions of trying to win and kick on and compete for silverware. There's been massive disconnect at this football club over the last few years with the managerial appointments. They're so marmite, it's unbelievable. With Daniel Levy, with the transfer business and stuff like that. There's been a massive disconnect from the fan base to the football club. Win today could really sort of bring that all back together, because as Spurs fans, we needed very, very little to get behind. You win today, all of a sudden, what can we achieve this season? The conversation around Tottenham, changes. So for me, absolute massive game. And big up John, by the way, as well. Just quickly, Paratici is back, which is absolutely massive. I'm excited actually to see him back in and around match day. That's one thing I used to love, is seeing the guy just popping up in and around match day. And I think one thing that people don't.
Well, Frank, let him sit on the bench.
Well, I would like to think so, Jack, because for me, what I like about Paratici is the reason why he does it is he wants a feel of what's happening in and around game day, what players are, sort of taking the piss and just happy to be there, and what players actually want to win and stuff. And, in order for him to develop that winning culture at Tottenham, he has to be in and around there to be able to wean out these sort of guys. So I think it's actually a crucial asset of his job.
Yeah, that's absolutely fair. Joff Totten, good to see you, sir. Limpy Down Under as well. Fat Tony, my man out in Washington. Hopefully you're keeping well, sir. Ribsy85's in here. Good to see you, Ribeye. Aaron Robinson, best of luck with building out and renovating the little girls' room. He's saying, I'm going to have you guys on today to keep me company while I'm doing this. Big up to you, Aaron. Best of luck
with you. It's going to be a long day.
Yeah, definitely a long day. Might have to watch a few football matches while you're doing that, sir. Big up to you. C4's in here as well. We appreciate you. We are Spurs TV. Harmless Potatoes saying, happy with the lineup. Let's break this next curse and start to fix out the home records. Actually, that's what I kind of meant by the Leeds United thing. There were a few curses that we broke against Leeds United. Seems like we have a few more against Aston Villa today that Dave brought up, especially the home form, which is absolutely true. True Pack, always good to see you.
Great.
We have the likes of Donovan Osterreicher, who Dave told me was on the pre-match build-up earlier. Big up to you, Donovision. Shawnee Maddox. Didn't get a nice enough jet, says Shawnee Maddox. So I guess not. Maybe we tried to save a little bit of money on the private jet. Ed
They didn't get a
Sweeting.
private jet. They just bought all the cheap seats on Ryanair.
Yeah, maybe they actually just put him on the belly of the plane of a private jet. They didn't actually have him sit in the private jet. He was just wrapped up in cotton wool. Big up to you, Shawnee. Ed Sweeting, really appreciate you. Adrian Chia as well with the super chat. Thank you, Adrian, saying big up, lads. Nice to have the footy back. Come on, you Spurs. I know you. Did you able to, just enjoy a bit of the football yesterday, Dave, or do you have anything else going on? For me, like since I slept in, it was kind of nice just to wake up and just watch a million different highlights of all the games yesterday. It's nice to have football back, and hopefully Spurs can give us that feeling of it.
No, I had such a relaxing day yesterday, Jack. Good food. I had the football on, playing FIFA and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Look, and do you know what? Yesterday's game with Nottingham Forest and Chelsea sort of just reminded me how fine margins football is. Nottingham Forest had a chance to go 2-3 up before Chelsea even scored yesterday. And then all of a sudden, the old Ange problems came out. 2 goals conceded right after half-time. I mean, we've been there before. And do you know what? I found myself sitting there going, do you know what? Thank fuck we don't have to.
It was so reminiscent of last season. Yeah.
I was like, the one thing I don't miss is our team coming out after half time and all of a sudden the game's gone beyond them within the space of, 4 or 5 minutes. There was so much I was looking at yesterday. I was like, do you know what? We have actually moved on. It's great. But what I'm surprised about is, everyone that was in here last year going, oh, you guys are Ange apologists, are the same ones following him around club to club hating on him. They love him more than we do.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. I had the same take yesterday where when hearing about that, where they were saying, oh, Forest, they really look like, they could actually be up at halftime. And then like the next half, all of a sudden they're 3-0 down. I was just like, geez, that's just reminiscent of what it was, under Spurs. So I had the same take where I was like, I've heard that story before, playing way too many times. Big up. So many people in the house. I'm trying my best to keep up with you. Really appreciate you guys picking us as your watch along destination. Big Tyler's in the house. Good to see you, Tyler. Hopefully everything's all right with you, my friend. Ray, Simon Coley, Danny Hodorowski, great name, saying, come on, you Spurs from Seattle. Damn, it's early. Yeah, way too early, Danny. Hopefully you got a nice big pot of coffee next to you like Shemi
You're
Tan.
Seattle too, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm in Seattle as well, Danny. Hopefully we can run into each other sometime. Big up to you, my friend. Really appreciate you joining us. And also K32, big up Kieran. Oh, when the Spurs go marching in. He's in fine mood. He's in fine form there. Ribsy85 saying, I'd be happy to return to Parachichi, shouting from the dugout. Ribsy wants it back in there. And he's also celebrating 50 months. 50 months. That's absurd. Big up, Ribsy. 50 months. Well, I guess we'll start winning 5-0 then today. Come on, you Spurs. Yeah, let's hope so. That'd be absolutely.
We did beat them 4-1 last year. I think we bet them 4-1 last year and won the game. So the only thing is they do have a better record than us over a long stretch of games, But Ribsy, first of all, hopefully Oscar, you've got him in that Spurs onesie that you bought, and that's rocking, by the way. If there was an adult version of that, and if there's not, and anyone knows how to make them, I'll have one. Second of all, hopefully the missus is keeping well as well and on the road to recovery. But big game today, Ribsy. This is what it's all about. Days like this with the young lad, big games. This is why we love football, right?
Yeah, seriously. I think the last game that I really can remember there probably have been other really good games against Villa that I'm just not remembering correctly. But I think someone mentioned, Dominic Solanke last season or maybe 2 seasons ago had a good game against Villa. But then just today, when I was waking up, trying to wake myself up, Spurs put out a post of, I think, Sonny's hat trick during that season. I think it was Conte's first season. Sonny had that amazing hat trick, I think, away from home against Villa. So there have been some performances that we can look back on, and hopefully maybe a Muhammad Kudus hat trick, today. That would be absolutely love it. And even for my fantasy team as well, I need a little bit of some Kudus magic in there.
Even just the way we're speaking now, I just reminiscing, like last year coming back off international breaks, it's like we were tied to the chairs, like we had to be here. It's like, we don't want any more of this pain, but we just have to sort of go through it, just to see everyone buzzing to get straight back to club football. Like last year when Tottenham were returning, we were like, no, give us more international games. Whereas now we're just bored of it. We want Tottenham to be back, You mentioned Mo Kudus there, Jack. This is why I get excited now when Tottenham come around. You got Mavericks like him in the team. In years gone by, we've sort of lost them Mavericks, right? With Kane leaving, Son leaving, and stuff like that. We've now got a new one to get behind. Mo Kudus. I absolutely love this guy, Jacko. I was even thinking back about it. Like, I was like, just the fact, as soon as I seen this guy in preseason being able to hold up the ball twice in a row when it came to him, I already knew I was going to love this guy, because it's something that a lot of our forward players struggled in years gone by. You've got Paulini in there, the midfield enforcer, the general going around taking bodies on a Sunday during lunch and stuff like that. The realms of excitement is there. If we can just click going forward, we are going to fucking catapult. We are going to take off. But I can't wait to see Mo Kudus back in action today. I absolutely love this guy, Jacko.
No, that's what you just made me think of. Football is back, but almost more importantly, Muhammad Kudus is back. It's just a privilege to watch this guy, and I am hoping that he starts. He's been, doing everything creatively for this team, but I have said maybe it'd be nice to see him sometimes take advantage of some of the chances that he gets, himself, instead of being so unselfish, maybe look to try to fire a few shots on goal, maybe look to try to test the goalkeeper, because I think that's the one thing you could say he could add to his game is do what he did against Leeds United, right? Just take on that onus, try to fire a shot at the keeper, see if he can put one in. And that's what I'm hoping today from our man Kudus. Big up to Ribsy as well. 50 months is absolutely absurd, man. Absolutely absurd.
Big up Ribsy. The only thing I worry about that, though, with Jack is that everyone's expecting the guy to be Lionel Messi, pick up the ball, skin 10 players, and put it in the back of the net.
I'm basically.
He needs other players to work with to help provide him with goal opportunities as well. It can't just be him creating for others, because I think then it's an unfair narrative when we're looking for him to create everything. Then people go off the back of it, but he's got to add goals. Like, he can't do everything. He needs someone to be able to feed him some, balls as well for him to get on the end of. And I think that's where you will see naturally then, once we get to that stage, he will naturally start picking up more goals.
Yeah. No, I'm probably a bit guilty of that, having him just do everything and not, maybe asking a bit more of others. I am excited about Odebear though today. He's a guy that I'm secretly a bit of a fan of, but I've been also fair about him, saying he needs to show more at times, but Thomas Frank seems to be at the minute, it's not much competition, but he seems to be preferring him over Brennan Johnson at the moment. So we'll see if Odebear can repay that faith. Also coming back off of what was supposed to be, I think, a decent international break for him. So hopefully he can carry on that momentum. We get a little bit of sauce from Odebear, a little Odo sauce, and a little bit of a kudu sauce today.
The thing is, I don't really take too much attention to what they're doing at under 21 in duty on international. A, they're playing in a French side that beat everybody. Everybody.
They're probably the best under 21 team.
Playing in the under 21s is completely different than coming up against, real men, proper men. It's a different intensity, it's a different strength, and everything else altogether. And that's where you're seeing the likes of Odebear and Tell maybe struggle. That, they're flying for under 21s, and they're clearly too good and too far developed for their own age group. But they are struggling when they come up against guys with maybe more physicality than them, maybe a bit more experience, and bigger than them and stuff like that. But with Odebear, he does look like, out of all of them, the one that could make that adjustment and kick on ahead of the rest of them. Because he does do a lot of bright things, just where it's frustration, but I'm also around long enough to know that it's sort of something that just comes with age, is his end product. I feel like he's he does such good things, and then when it comes to making that final pullback or that good cross, or, even at times he's been 4 yards out and absolutely smashed the ball wildly instead of just sort of cushioning at home. That's where I get let down a little bit by Wilson, is just that little bit of end product. If he just had a bit more composure, he's very rash when it comes to that final decision making, but that is something that will come with experience and will also come with a run of games, you would hope. So let's see what he can do today. But, I prefer him out there than, tapping boy Brennan Johnson, a guy that you'd see on a playground.
No, 100%.
The game started, fuck.
Yeah, the game's already started. We're already kicked off here.
I'm on right flow today. I can't shut up today. Big up, everyone. If I'm speaking too
Dave's
much,
doing some heavy lifting, to be fair. He's doing some heavy lifting. Excellent analysis from him, to be fair.
Let's bloody go. It's a long ball over the top. Can Jed Spence get back in time if Vicario's there to pick it up? Lovely. Danzo. Let's see how sharp he looks after being thrusted into the lineup. Guglielmo, I don't like when you sit there with the ball at your feet like this. On to Mickey Van de Ven. Van de Ven pushes
lovely
it
ball
forward.
out. Ooh, can't get it out of his feet, Matisse Tell. Not a great first touch there.
It's an easy one to get hold of. It's not even ballooned out.
Van de Ven doing his best Romero impersonation, though.
It's not a good start from Matisse Tell there. That's shocking. That's an easy one to get hold of. He doesn't even have a player up his hole trying to physically dominate him either. Let go, Porro. By the way, why does our pitch look so torn up, by the way?
Taking a deeper look. It's hard for me. Oh, yeah, maybe at certain...
Look at all the different patterns and the dry patches and wet patches and, you know, like where the grass is supposed to be really green. Look at like the shades in it and all. It's like real sort of torn up compared to usual. Not torn up, but like marked.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Well, Simon Hooper, referee today. Oh. He was very generous to us in previous
He looks
seasons.
hungover. Look at him. Don't tell me that
like
doesn't look hungover. Look at him. He's bright red. His eyes are puffy. He looks like he's got a headache. He looks severely hungover.
Again, everybody, do sync up with us if you would like to. Smash the like button as well. Really appreciate you guys. Bald reps don't like us. They're all bald.
Yeah.
Sorry.
They're all Vin Diesel wannabes. Parito.
Porro with a long throw.
Don't foul him. Well done, Porro.
Well done. Thank you, referee.
Go long. Go on, Matisse.
Onto it, Kudus. Odegaard.
Oh, what a touch, Xavi. Odegaard. Great touch.
Kudus gives it away there.
Does well. Fuck you, ref.
Gives away a foul. Good foul to give away.
We'll take it. Game is a bit back and forth the last, the opening couple of minutes. Ball's just being smashed everywhere.
Yeah, no one's gotten their foot on it at all. Either team. Matty Cash out on the right here. Big looping cross to absolutely no one.
That's going to come in all day on top of Pedro Porro, by the way. It looks like a deliberate plan. I wouldn't be surprised to see like some Morgan Rogers smashing in there at some point.
Tyler, I hate that little rat, McKinn.
No, do you know what, though? In fairness, like, he's had a good rise, John McGinn, to be fair.
Yeah, he
sort of got himself to the Premier League, and he sort of maintained it.
He's dangerous, I will say, from outside the box.
Yeah.
Like, he has that absolute cannon of a shot.
But he does have that little rat look, though. You're right, Tyler. He's one of them. If he was in your team, you'd love him.
Yeah.
When he's against you, you hate him.
No Ollie Watkins for them, by the way. Danielle Mallon is going to be playing up front.
Didn't he score in their last game as well?
I think he's in better form than Watkins, yeah. But just something
very,
to know.
very quick.
Bentoncourt with great pressing there.
Oh, there we go.
Get there, Matisse. Lovely.
Well go on,
Hold
keep
on
it
to
in.
it, kid. Hold on
Brilliant.
to it.
Now play it back. That'll do.
All right. That's all right. That's all right. Great pressure from Bentoncourt. Great pressure from Tell. Great pressure from Bentoncourt there. Look at Bentoncourt just closing him down.
If Matisse can go and win me this game today, I'm eating baguettes for dinner. I'm going all out French today. I'll start speaking in French as well. Bonjour, je m'appelle David.
Thomas Frank is complimenting him in French.
He loves set pieces. He loves corners, Jack. That's why he's applauding it.
Tell is taking the corner. Yeah, I'm not
sure about that. Let's have a look.
Be Xavi Simmons.
It's not a bad corner, actually. It's a good ball into good area.
Right in the middle.
Hold on to that now.
Whips it in. Back post!
Straight ball, Mo. He pulled back. Yes! Rodrigo! What were fans saying about this guy? What were you guys talking about when it comes to Rodrigo? Put some fucking respect on his name. Let's go, Jacko.
Come on, Lolo. Great.
Come on.
Back post. Mohamed Kudus with that beautiful ball in.
Oh,
it was Van de
Ven
or Paulinho that won the header. Who wins the header here?
It's Van de Ven that wins the header. But look at this. I mean, for years, me and Jack were screaming out for a guy that could cross a ball. One touch. It's not difficult. Float it in. It's beautiful. They're all onside. I don't even want to see VAR here. Van de Ven smashes in back post.
Oh, what a finish.
Bentoncourt with a great finish. I've seen many people shank that. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't care if it's deflected. It's a goal. It's brilliant.
Come on, boys.
Paulinho. Sorry, Paulinho wins the header, actually, Jack.
Oh, yeah. It wasn't Van de Ven.
Yeah, Paulinho wins the header.
Oh, look at Thomas. Look at the limbs.
Oh, he loves it. Look at him. Come on. Give me a hug, Frank. Hug me, baby. Let's go.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, there we go.
Love that from Lolo. New contract as well.
Rodrigo.
Fresh off the new contract.
Let's have it. He loves it. His wife is having a baby. Congratulations, Rodrigo.
Get in there. Come on, you Tottenham. Great start. Great. All from the pressure, though. All from the high pressure from earlier.
I'll have to get on Twitter now after this game. This is my moment now. I've had to sit by idly for weeks and not comment on people's ridiculous takes on Rodrigo Bentoncourt. Today is my day to shine. I feel like a Brennan Johnson fanboy. You get one of them days where your player does something, you get to back him.
King Hoddle, good to see you, King Hoddle, with a huge yes. Pick up
What
King
a
Hoddle.
start. What a bloody start, guys.
Ooh.
It's another
Ooh.
ball. That's a great ball.
Touch.
Oh, wait. Mo! Oh, no, I know.
Find him a stool. Find him a
Oh,
stool. Oh, no, is he offside? Oh.
find him a stool. Oh, that's
Oh,
classic.
my Lord. He just dicked on the entire Aston Villa defense. Look at this touch. Oh, he is
What a
off.
ball, by the way. Is that Mickey Van de Ven?
Yeah, Mickey Van de Ven is doing his best Romero today with these
That's an
passes.
unbelievable pass.
Oh, if only that was a goal.
Oh. By the way, what a touch by Mo Kudus to chest that down and hold off the player, by the way.
Oh, the strength and then the finish. Absurd.
Oh.
Oh, Matisse Tell, that was great pressure. Almost caught Martinez off guard. Bentoncourt again. All over the place, Bentoncourt.
I know, Jedi. Yeah, perfect, Jedi.
Yeah.
That'll do.
Get out of danger. Get out of danger. Oh, my Lord. That would have been the goal of the season.
Even look at the way the managers are. Unai Emery has his hood up. He doesn't want this in this weather. And look at Frank standing there, man. And honestly,
to take a shirt off.
Look at the difference in the starts and all. We want it more than they do, and that's exuberated by the managing. I'm in great form today. Come on, Spurs. Keep going, baby. My missus is in trouble later.
Frank's is getting the hair treatment, with the rain right now. Spurs dropping back here. Pedro Porro coming out. Great pressure, from Pedro. Ripsy from earlier spot on saying, Bentoncourt did well to sort of do the basics where he's got his foot over the ball right, didn't sky it, just sort of made clean contact with it, even though there was a deflection. I think that's spot on from Ripsy. Just get your foot over the ball, and then things, especially, slick grass, wet grass, it's always going to be going in the back of the net. Long throw from Aston Villa, not a good one.
Mo, oh, there is Fasire. Good to see you. Tottenham Ranger. Kudos has changed my life. What a baller.
Seriously,
honestly,
man.
It feels like that, because we finally got a Maverick back.
I know Dave is saying we need to not, put these messy expectations on him, but sometimes he just does things.
Well, he generates them himself with what he does, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's just that good that sometimes I hold him to just a whole different.
I think what I mean when I say that, Jack, is I just don't want everyone to put the whole attacking expectations on him. As we've seen in years gone by, Kane was half the player without Son. Son was half the player without Kane. It's partnerships. We can't expect him to do everything. We do need others to come to the fore. Is what I'm trying to get at, maybe.
When he's doing stuff like that, though, it's impossible not to get ahead of yourself.
Yeah, it's impossible not to compare him. But see, that's what I like. A player that puts the expectations on him because of his performance. It's not like, when with Johnson, it was like, oh, he's the new Gareth Bale. Off what evidence? You know what I mean? Whereas, like, Kudus brings the conversations around because of what he actually does on the pitch.
Oh, that would have been... I still can't get over that offside goal.
It's an absolute flying start.
Best offside goal maybe I've ever seen.
It's a flying start by Spurs today. Foul throw? Yeah, fuck you, Matty Cash. Dick. Well done, ref.
Great pointing. Great pointing from the referee there.
Oh, look at that. He's gone for the double point there now.
Double point.
He's got two hands.
Jet Spence with a throw in down the left side.
Right, let's get it to Paul and let him hit a 60-yarder. Yep,
dangerous from Van de Ven.
Back to your keeper, Porro.
Oh, classy from Pedro. Very classy.
By the way, he supposedly had an unbelievable international break. Apparently, the Spanish media are fucking reveling over Porro right now.
Think about how many minutes this guy's been playing, Pedro.
Apparently, he was superb for Spain. And he done an interview saying he's settled at Tottenham. He's
lovely from Bentoncourt. He's under pressure here.
Well done, Rodrigo.
Oh, sheesh. Too soon. Commentator's curse. He really wasn't put in a good spot there, though. Van de Ven and Bentoncourt kind of both in trouble. Nowhere really to go.
Frank not happy with that. He's very frustrated.
I mean, it's an unnecessary set piece to be given away.
Look at that, the whole bench. None of them have the hoods up. I wonder if Thomas Frank called the management team in before.
I don't want to see a single hood.
Front this like men and give the aura that we want this, towards the players and stuff like that. I just wonder, genuinely.
Maybe he was sabotaging the kit man, saying, I want all the jackets with no hoods.
Yeah. Make sure we give the impression that we're up
Flipping
for this
it
game.
in.
Oh.
Deal with this. Good clearance.
No. Yep, that's ours. That's ours. Goal kick, ref. Do the right thing. Oh, he can't even see it from there. He can't even see it from there. Oh, my God. The Budweiser that he had last night is affecting him.
Yeah, Vicario went ballistic there.
Came off 2 Villa players there. Let's deal with another one. Stay switched on. This is bread and butter defending set pieces.
Back post.
Oh, great decision. Is that Paulinho? That is. I love this guy. I love him. I don't know who I love more, Paulinho or Kudus. It's just such clever play, that. Just letting it go out. That's just experience, reading the game. How many players have we seen trying to head that back and, they get shots on goal and stuff? It's just the minor little things. It's genius. Right, Vic,
Question is, are we going to try to play out from the back here or go long? We're going to try to play out. Danzo.
Right.
Let's see if we can catch him out here. Kudus. Oh, my God. How does he hold that up?
Honestly, it feels like the guy's handballing it the way he hands.
Seriously, he plays easy. Is he getting away with just dribbling it with his hands?
Out of the air with his hands. It's a joke. Honestly, he'd be an unreal GA player if he wants a new sport when he's retired. Come and play GA.
Bentancur onto Van de Ven. Spurs do well to escape the pressure.
Let's just love the ball now for a minute. Rodrigo keeps it moving.
Xavi Simons. Paulinho.
Back to Rodrigo. Just keep it ticking over. Lovely.
Yeah. I mean, it's been very end-to-end at the minute, actually. Not saying Spurs have...
We want this.
It's been a little hectic start in a good way. It's just like clearly an intense game.
This is where we need Bentancur doing what he's doing exactly there. Just dictating the tempo of the game, slowing it down.
Slow it down a little bit. This is the chance to slow it down.
That's the big thing I think people miss when it comes to Rodrigo Bentancur, that he is a player that sort of dictates the tempo of the game when we're in possession.
Well, that's what, again, he's accused of being sideways and backwards, but plenty of times you just need this guy to have the bit of classiness on the ball, a bit of...
Well, there, for instance, Villa had a little bit of sustained, period of pressure. It's good to be able to alleviate that for a minute, And that's what Bentancur does. Look at that orchestrate, and I'm going to start calling him. What's them guys that conduct? A conductor. That's it.
Danzo tries to go long. Matisse, good battle there by Matisse.
Let Mo do the rest. There we go.
Battling there from Matisse.
Even Jack wouldn't straddle Kudus like that if he got.
Oh my lord!
Oh, he's taking. Sir! Ref, it's a handball.
That's a handball.
Oh, you're not going to let him away with it, are you? Oh,
God. No way. No way is he giving that. Oh, that's insanity.
That's poor. Brutus, our players getting injured in the warm-up a recent phenomenon, or that might be... It does seem like it's something that is starting to happen more and more recently, yeah.
Happened to Cole Palmer.
Matt Kudus is such a top player. Honestly, he's unbelievable. Unbelievable. That's why I just used to hate having the discussions around Brennan Johnson, because it's like there's an alternative universe out there where we could get someone like Mo Kudus. We don't have to have discussions like that.
Oh, Jed
should have went. Spence hesitated there. He should have went flying into that challenge.
Yeah, maybe caught a little bit sleeping there, Jedi.
Matty Cash definitely doesn't have the ability to be able to take him on there. Yeah, he should have went in with the tackle.
Yeah, it's a very slick surface.
Yeah. Oh, no. Van de Ven goes long. Intuition. You got to hold this up. Doesn't do a great job. Bentancur.
Oh, Bentancur. That's not a good ball, Bents. That's not a good ball. Van de Ven. No, it's route one.
Ken Kudus plucked this out of the air. It's like we're just trying to challenge him now at this point. Who can give him the most ridiculous pass? That's what I've been doing in training. You stand about 8 yards and they'll give you the most ridiculous pass, and let's see what you can do.
Van de Ven is trying out for Sean Dyche's team with all these long balls. Not giving Pau Torres any options.
Go on, get a good chance to get a bit of pressure on here. Make them go long.
He's sort of... Oh, Bentancur trying to mark the referee, not the player. Out wide to Cash. Spurs have been pressing high at times, though, which is nice to see. Well done, Xavi. And then we're kind of
glad that we're sort of using the halfway line as that sort of engagement marker. I hate when we sit deeper than that and allow teams to sort of dictate,
I think what we have
come across halfway, we're looking to engage.
We have been pressing them high, but then the moment that we get the sense that they're going to sort of get into our half, then we do that very funny retreat, back to sort of a mid-block. Ooh, dangerous. Van de Ven out wide to Jedi. Time, Jedi. Time, baby.
There is loads of space. Get on the overlap, Wilson.
Get there. Get there.
Oh, brilliant.
Strength.
Brilliant. Does he have the strength? No.
Cash showing the pace there.
Showing the pace and the weight room there. Porro. Donny O'Malley picks
Well
it up.
done, Pedro. Pedro, sir!
Unbelievable from Porro. That is unbelievable
battle,
defensive
Pedro.
work from Pedro. More kudos.
Very intense sort of sprinting, it feels like, from both teams. It's not been it's the opposite. It's almost a very Premier League match so far. It's been very just intense.
Even that bit of link up there between Spence and Udebur, like, you know, it's just Spence plays the ball a bit too early. Udebur goes on the running behind a little bit too
Surely
late.
He's off. Oh.
It's like we had so much space there to really try and create an opportunity there. Got to do better down that left-hand side.
How close was he here? Yeah, way off.
He's gone way too early.
Good first touch, though.
Good idea as well. It's good to see him at least offer them runs in behind, something that maybe we miss with Richarlison and that at times. Something we spoke about a couple of weeks ago, right?
Yeah.
Instead of playing everything to feet, you know, offer in behind sometimes.
Get there, Chavi. Get on. There you go, Ben. Well done, Ben.
No, you can't.
Lord, ref, please.
What for? He's won
called
the
it on. Who's he even called it on? Neither fouled them. Who's that? Who's he even called it on? Let the game play, ref. Out wide to Matty Cash. Down the line, way too slick. Yeah, way too slick.
He's Mickey Van Ven is just too quick. Shawnee Malik, slide the ref next. I've been tempted at times in my day. The best one is when there's a player running and the referee sort of caught in between. You can just have the excuse to go right through. Oh, that'll do. That'll do. Yeah,
not a good pass by Jedi. Not a good pass.
That's the problem with Spence, though, Jack. Every time he wants to come inside because he's not left-footed, you know, he's putting players under pressure there. That was a needless pass to Bendicourt. That could have easily ended badly.
I would say just going behind there, play it in behind.
Exactly, chipping in behind.
Deal with this.
Well done, Van der Ven.
Odebear time. Oh,
saucy. Well done. Get on the move. Get on the move.
Get rid of it, man. You got to get rid of it. You got to get rid of it.
Oh, Spence. If he looked at Tell was gone there. He made a great run out wide there for him. Matista, very unselfish.
That's kind of Odebear in a nutshell. He's got the skill to take it past 4 players in his own penalty area, but then maybe just doing too much.
Big up, Mr. Phil.
Pedro.
Good to see you, Daniel. Dara says this Villa team are here.
Oh, sorry.
Ooh, unlucky. Dara says this Villa team are here to be opened up. Putting the ball over top, absolutely spot on. Jeffrey K says the Emery jacket shout is the best comment so far.
Yeah, someone Limpy Down Under said he's taking the hood off. Breaking news. Emery, he's gotten jealous.
Oh, go on, get the pressure on.
Bendicourt's everywhere.
Oh, they're looking dodgy here. There's so many heavy touches in this passage of play.
Pressure on Matisse. Well done, Matisse.
Ball, make them go long. Right, turn this over.
Oh, Danzo, a little dodgy. There you go, Vic.
Spence. Paulinia. Good ball out to Danzo. Not a great pass to Porro.
Oh, love it. Good run from Kudus.
That's a great run by Kudus. Great
touch.
movement. Oh, what a touch.
Oh,
he's burning them alive. Burn, baby, burn. Unlucky.
Oh, my God. Kudus, have mercy.
I think maybe he took too much out of it there. Maybe you should have put that ball in a little bit early when the space was on.
How many players do we have in the box there? 2, 3?
I hope we get to see that again. Look at the movement. He feints to look like he's going for it and then drops in behind. It's unbelievable. And what a touch as well again. Again, what a touch.
We take it for granted sometimes, this first touch. You feel like it's just so perfect every time.
Here we go. Here's a chance coming here. I can feel it.
Pedro Porro's sneaking in.
Who's on the delivery here? Is it Matisse again?
Towards the back post. Too much air underneath that. He's got to really get a little bit more. Not sure.
Playful Spurs, good to see you, Paul. Hopefully you're keeping well, sir. Scoot reacts as well. Good to see you, my man.
Big up, Paul. Hopefully you're all right.
Where have you been, Paul?
Cleared out Van de Ven.
Oh,
Playing on, though.
Danzo. Oh, brilliant, Danzo. 2 for the price of 1 there.
Yeah. 2 absolute. Oh, please, ref. So you have a cheese slice there. What is that?
Oh.
The yellow card looks like a slice of cheese. Yellow card for Danzo, I would assume, or is it for Van de Ven?
Van de Ven, great challenge. And then Danzo takes prime opportunity to go straight through the arse of whoever that was. That's something Romero would do. I love that.
Come on, pressure. Well done, Bentancur. Unlucky.
Well done. Does enough. Danzo could ball.
Danzo, Bentancur. Bentancur, just leave it, man. Just leave it. Well done, Paulinho. What a challenge.
Xavi, take your time. Take your time.
Odegaard, lovely ball into Matisse Tell. Matisse into Odegaard. Sir!
Ref, we'll have a look at this one.
Oh, my Lord. How is he not given that?
Oh, no. We'll have a look. We want VAR.
Not even that. Even just a simple foul, though. That was just a simple foul outside the box.
Oh, just go back to your keeper, man.
How is he not? That was just a simple foul. He's just run through the back of him. Odegaard.
Let's have a look here.
He's just dragging his foot across him. I mean, Jesus, ref. You're right in front of it.
It's not inside the penalty box, but that's a free all day long. Has he even touched the ball here?
He's not even touched the ball. He's just dragging his foot back. Jesus, ref.
How the ref hasn't given that. Well, Wilson, you know the only reply? Put it in the back of the onion bag.
Bentancur is playing kind of the deepest of the midfielders. But then he's also been leading the press, you would say, Bentancur.
Yeah. I like Bentancur on the ball deep there. It just sort of keeps it moving, ticking side to side, and then eventually we'll get out. Good movement, Rodrigo. Brilliant.
Lovely. Oh, kudos. Ooh, Xavi Simons gets skilled pass there.
Oh,
well done from Paulinho.
Right, let's go, Spence. Pick it up and go. Odegaard, get on the run over. Don't be lazy. Well done.
Well
now
done, Tell. Well done, Tell.
Let's go, Tell.
Lovely stuff from Tell. Well Good unselfish run.
Odegaard picks it up. Oh,
dodgy touch.
Great touch. Simons, well done.
I like that run from Tell. He busted along to get out there.
That's what we need, though. When Spencer's on ball, you need your winger going berserk to get in behind. He spotted the space and he went for it. I love that.
Judd Spence.
Back to Van de Ven. Onto Paulinho. Let's get it over to Kudus' side now.
Yeah, get Kudus in here. One-on-one.
God, Danzo, whip it in.
Good ball. Ball. Pedro. Well done, Pedro.
Kick. Let's go. Let's get a good delivery here.
Well done, Pedro.
What a ball from Danzo.
Yeah. Good patience by Danzo. Good patience.
He looks so awkward on the ball, but he actually very rarely.
Yeah, he's deceptive.
Here we go. Let's get a good delivery in here. It's going to be another in-swinger. I like that about Thomas Frank's free kicks. They're all in-swingers or corners. They're all in-swingers. I hate these out-swingers. Everyone lining up at the back here.
Come on, Mo.
It's not a great ball. It's overhit again. Back pull. Odegaard sneaking
Wait a minute. That looked like another corner.
Yeah. Shocking. This referee,
man. Jeez. It didn't look like Odegaard touched it. He's just getting too much air underneath these kudos.
That's a corner kick. Yeah, too much air on them. Spot on. Oh, no, it's not. Yeah, fair enough.
Good appeal by Odegaard. He appealed.
Good acting.
He appealed for it.
He's got a career in Hollywood after. Villa just launch it long now.
Danzo, good clearance. It's been mostly Route 1 from Aston Villa.
Yeah. Good beats entertainment. Xavi is... Yeah, look, we're struggling to get him on the ball, to be fair.
I think it's Matisse Tell and Odegaard that probably had the most touches of the forwards.
Echo, loving my team right now. We're absolutely spot on. Look, you win games, you put points on the board, you show a bit of consistency. I mean, what's there not to love? Oh, there, Esfasira, Danzo, no nonsense defending there. Absolutely spot on.
Paulinho, lovely. That's a throw-in for us.
Do the right thing. Thank you.
Pedro adjusting the socks. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Feeling something.
He's feeling something down that left leg of his. Oh, Lord, that's wild from Paulinho. Well won. Well on Xavi. If you're injured, Porro, go down. Oh, you can't go down because you have to come off for 30 seconds now, don't you?
Bentancur with the clearance. Well done.
Simmons.
Xavi. Kudus. How is he getting his foot onto that? That's insane. Good clearance. Good clearance by Kudus. Get it away from the danger area. Let's see if we can engage them here.
Who knew Kudus would spark my love for the game again?
Good pressing from Spurs.
We're starting to lose it watching Tottenham and Ireland with zero craft.
Ball behind.
Can Danzo get there? Oh, that is
Danzo.
He's pitched them. It's unbelievable.
We were trying to press there, but they caught us out. They caught us out with the dangerous ball.
What a ball
from Pedro. What a touch from Odegaard.
Come on, Wilson. Come on, Wilson, drive it. Have it. Wilson! What's it to say? Can someone get on the rebound? No. That is unbelievable play from Danzo bullying the Aston Villa centre-back when it looked like, or the striker, when it looked like he had a yard or two on him. And then it's an unbelievable ball by Porro. An even better take by Odegaard. He's learning from Kudus there. It's not a bad option from Odegaard. Maybe he didn't catch it as cleanly as he wanted.
I like that he took the shot.
It shows a bit of confidence in what he's doing. That's what we want to see from our players. Test the keeper at the end of the day. I'd rather that than just recycle possession sometimes.
Yeah, that was a crazy 30 seconds there, though. Dave is right. Danzo, again, I was happy that we were pressing, but then they caught us out with the ball in behind. But Danzo did so well to rescue us. Well done, Palhinha.
The game is unbelievable.
Run,
It's no coincidence that he's there all the time to break it up. The reading of the game is exceptional.
And the Pedro Porro with just a quarterback pass from the back line.
Yeah, it was unbelievable. Good ball, Mickey. Spence.
Wilson, well done, well done. Good, lovely feet there. Palhinha. Bentancur.
Really, is that Onana doing a marking job on
I was just about to pop that. I was about to notice that maybe that's the reason Xavi's struggling, is they're keeping an eye on him.
They really are trying to, look, every time we get the ball over that side, Onana's ragdolling them there.
They do have it. They play often with an extra midfielder.
Look at Onana gone with him again. Look at Onana's gone with him again. Look.
That's part of the reason. They play with extra midfielders, right? They have McGinn, playing as sort of a hybrid.
But it does look like Onana's only job is literally to just go where Simmons has gone. He hasn't even bothered to get back there. He's just following Simmons. Look, there he is again.
I like that from Tell.
They're man marking him.
Yeah, I think I was about to say this exact same thing. Oh, we got Matty Cash injured.
Watkins on the bench. Doesn't look too happy there. He's got a hood on. The opportunity is there for us. If we can get a second before halftime, this game should be done and dusted. Good opening half an hour from Tottenham, though. I think, defensively we've been absolutely solid. Haven't really given many of Palhinha in there again. His reading, again, I'll mention it. His reading of the game is sensational. But we haven't, what a challenge there by Xavi. We haven't given up too many chances, to Aston Villa. But also going forward, we're creating a little bit ourselves, which is encouraging. Oh, Mo Kudus again. That is unbelievable. Wins a throw-in. It's been a really solid start today from Tottenham. The midfield's combative. Defences, winning their battles. The forward players are creating. If we can just find a way of getting Xavi loose from Onana and get him on the ball.
I just think we need to get it into either Kudus or Xavi, because it seems like, Tell and Odegaard have actually been all right, but it seems like they're the ones getting the majority of the touches so far.
Oh,
good challenge by Xavi. But our chief creators should be Kudus and Xavi Simons, but they just not really been able to get on the ball as much.
We're
knowing Unai Emery, right? Maybe that's his thing. That's what he's right.
Yeah,
maybe he's picking out.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? He's trying to close down, the most dangerous players. I'll tell you, Xavi's got a little bit of a niggle about him. He's put in a couple of challenges there today. That's impressed me. Now, I know he hasn't done that and gone the other way, but he has made a couple of decent challenges. You don't really see that from your number 10. Yeah, but you don't usually see that from your number 10. He's got a bit of bite about him. I like that. What a challenge. What a challenge from Bentancur.
Tell. Come on, kid.
Go on, Matisse. Go on, Matisse. No.
Oh, unlucky.
Too greedy.
Bad touch as well.
Get after it. Get after it. Go, Mo.
Come on. Is he giving an offside? What's going on?
think there's a sub-player down here, Villa player Onana. He got smashed. I think it was by Paulinho or Bentancur.
Well
He
done,
won the ball on the
Paulinho.
break.
Mercenary.
Posh. He's been in there about 6 or 7 times today. His reading of the game is exceptional. He is having an unbelievable performance in there, Paulinho.
There's 2 warriors in there. Making sure I didn't miss anything. Looks like, did you get to Lazy 8 from earlier? Lazy 8 saying, Davo busting out the thesaurus. We must have started well. Super chat.
Started very well today, Nico. Very, very well. I've been very impressed. I was just saying there, defensively tight, haven't given up anything. Going forward, we look bright going forward. Again, it's just that maybe final decision making, but at least, we're seeing players being able to hold up the ball, make a couple of passes between them going forward and stuff like that. It's improving. It's been, look, I was scared, not scared coming into this game, but I was a bit skeptical because Aston Villa are a very physical team. And with Tottenham, sometimes you just don't know what Tottenham's going to turn up. And for me, this was one of these games today where it's a real momentum changer in your season. You lose, you got big games coming up. It's going to be very difficult. You win, you go into the games full of confidence. You start picking up points where you don't expect it. And all of a sudden, your season's gathering momentum at serious pace. So I knew the importance of today's game. So I'm just buzzing with the way we started. Plus, I got a good night's sleep last night as well, Nick. So that helps.
David,
good to see you. How are you and family?
Dave's going to later, Nick, talking about Paulinho.
Might start MCing about Kudus later on tonight. You don't know.
Big up. Get the deck out. Get the decks out, Lazy 8. Big up, sir. Really appreciate your support. Hopefully you're doing all right this weekend. And then Lee Harvey, fan show member for 20 months, saying, afternoon, Dave and Jack, playing well. But what's happened to Cootie? Come on, your Spurs. He picked up an injury in the warm-up. We're not too sure what it is, though, specifically.
He was doing some training drills, in the warm-up, and then shook his head and went down the tunnel. So, we'll wait and find out what the problem is there. I presume Frank will let us know more. But to be fair, Danzo stepped in really well today, actually. Vicario, well done. That'll do. Good goalkeeping. Alert to the danger. But Danzo stepped in really well today. Physically imposing himself. No nonsense defending. Brilliant.
That's where Villa have looked the most dangerous that's the trade-off, is that when we have pressed them, they've done well by sort of hitting these dangerous balls over the top. And that's where it seems like their best chance of scoring so far has been.
That's what we want. We want them to go long ball. What we don't want them to do is get into their rhythm, get the ball to the likes of Morgan Rogers' feet and stuff like that, right? You want to force them into that long game, really, and it's working an absolute treat.
Well done, Xavi.
So that means then once you force them into the long game, all you got to do is watch out for balls in behind. But Mickey van de Ven covers that all day long.
Spurs a little caught out too much on the right-hand side there.
Easy. Well done,
Vicario. Great punch.
Well.
We got sort of lopsided there where Kudus was over on the left-hand side. Pedro. Time. Oh, my Lord.
Oh, no.
Dodge
Get rid of Paulinho.
Kudus. Good helping from Kudus.
Oh, that is unbelievable. He was about to pull the trigger there. That is class from Mo.
Jeez, Paulinho with one of the worst touches you could imagine there.
Yeah, real risky there. Real bad.
Bentancur, lovely. We're
on the break. We've got bodies. Come on, Simmons. It's the first time we've been able to get him on the ball. Lays it off to Wilson. Wilson, run at him. Look at the space. Look at the luscious green grass.
Slice him up.
Oh, too much. He still has it, though. No, he's physically out.
Too much from him. Good pressure, though.
Well done. Stay on it. Stick with it.
Come on, Matisse. Oh. They were looking to win it back. And Van, time.
He's such a cheat code, man. No, when people see Mickey within a 10-yard radius, they stop running because they know there's no point. Come on, let's go and get a second now before halftime. Let's kill this.
Yeah, let's just take advantage of one of these breaks. We've had a couple of breaks now. We just need to do a little bit better with.
Played well today. We've got to take advantage of it now. Bentancur,
lovely touch.
Oh, it's beautiful. Beautiful. Paulinho, Rodrigo.
Bentancur, just slightly ahead of Xavi. Pressure's on, though. Against Spurs, at least in this first half. We'll see if things change in the second half, but we are pressing them high. Well done, Paulinho again.
There again, that's like 6 or 7 this half.
Well done,
Spence, oh,
Jedi.
brilliant from Jedi. That is class. Vic, just go long, please go long. Don't do anything rash, thank you.
Well
Oh,
done,
Matisse.
Matisse.
Ref,
Sir!
please. He's got a hold of him, ref. He's holding him. He's got
whole
his whole
jersey's
number in his
missing.
hand.
Pedro. Well done, Xavi
Oh,
again.
that's
You're
an
right, Dave.
unreal
He's done well
challenge.
defensively today, Xavi. He's getting stuck in. Jedi Spence, one-on-one here.
No, oh,
Well done,
done.
Xavi. Rogers. Oh, no!
Fuck off.
Oh, my gosh. It's against the run of play as well. It's a hell of a finish. It's a shot from outside the box, though. Again,
It's another
could
one.
Vicario have done better?
It didn't even look like that one was in the corner. To be fair, it looked like it was hit well. But
Oh,
it
my
didn't look
gosh.
like it was in the corner. But again, it's what happens when you don't take your chances when you're on top. Xavi does what he can there. It's too passive. Rodrigo Bentancur has to do more to get out there too, to be fair.
Yeah, it's kind of sort of standing off of him.
Yeah. Oh, Vicario, it's central, that one. That's central, that one. Let's have another look
is
at
he
that.
in a bad position?
Yeah. It's not even it's not even in top beans.
Sort of knuckles over him. It's very much against the run of play, that.
Good strike.
See, with Vicario there, I wonder if maybe he's just too far in front, where his positioning is he's not close enough to the goal, so he sort of knuckled it over him. Kind of hit it over his head. Just the ball had a real sort of dip.
Yeah.
It's hard. I think we'll need to see more replays, but it looked like Vicario might have been a bit dodgy there.
We'll have a look. We'll have to look. See, the problem is, even if he's not at fault, these conversations come around because of how much he has been at fault for some of them. Anyway, look, it's happened. We got to dust it down. We got to move on, kick on. Let's see if we can go and get a goal here. Scrutinise that one more when we get more replays. But I do think Rodrigo Bentancur could have done a hell of a lot more to close Rogers down there. Kudos.
And to Pedro.
To Moses.
Oh,
not bad
good
ball.
idea. Good idea.
Just overhit.
Well done, Paulinho. Oh, unlucky again. Ref, don't you dare.
Well done. Right, come on, Simmons. See what you can do. See if you've been inspired by Morgan Rogers.
Sir!
Oh, Simmons, no, Simmons, don't.
How many times have these players gone down, though?
Simmons raised his hands there a second ago. Hopefully he kept them chest high.
I think he's pissed off probably with all the...
Well, I mean, 2 challenges came on him there at once. Such a shame because their goal has come out of absolutely nowhere.
I mean, it's nothing in that.
There's nothing in that. I don't even know what he's going down holding there. Oh, Paulinho, maybe.
Or he just rolls his ankle a little bit afterwards. Slip of the ankle. But it's nothing really in that. I mean, he took another few steps after Paulinho challenged him.
Oh, that goal is such a sucker punch. Come on, Spurs.
Okay, how many times, though, have we've seen these guys go down, though, and then they just come back on the pitch? It's like the 3rd or 4th player for them. Yeah, it's sort of Rodrigo and Van de Ven just sort of standing off of him a bit too much for the goal. But again, with that replay, I'm questioning the positioning by Vicario because it seems like he probably was just not expecting a shot there, but
you got to be though.
His dive was a little bit lame. He just sort of dove.
Maybe he was maybe a small bit far off his line, but
that's
it's one of them. The ball's rising and dipping, isn't it? As well. I'll have to see it again.
But like you say, at the end of the day, gotta just take advantage of some of this good play. Just grab another.
Porro did ping one of these in not so long ago in a training video, didn't he? I wonder wonder is he shaping up for it here?
He could go for his own knuckle if he wanted to.
He is, you know.
Oh, referee.
Ref, we'll have it though.
Come on!
No! Oh my god!
Matisse Tell, he's just whiffed at it. Oh my
How
lord.
has he missed it?
Matisse Tell.
How has he missed it?
Oh my lord, Matisse Tell.
All you gotta do is make contact.
That was hilarious to see
Great
it go off the
assist by the referee.
Great ball from Mohamed Kudus. Oh my gosh, it should be a goal. It should be a goal.
It's an unbelievable cross from Mo Kudus.
And he's just, oh my gosh, Matisse.
Air ball yet again.
Oh, good pressure there. Bentancur. Well done. Palhinha. Danzo, good strength. Bentancur, lovely. Pedro Porro. Putting Kudus under pressure there. Well done, Kudus. Oh, that was the second right in front of our eyes.
Come on, Spurs. Take your rewards from the game that you deserve, man.
We've threatened in various ways. Set pieces, counterattacks. Some decent build-up play at times. You know, it's not like we're threatening in just one way. It seems like we've
we're just not clinical.
Doing everything right. We're just not clinical. We're doing everything right, though. We're winning the ball back in high areas. Yeah. Pedro over the top. Matisse. Well done.
That'll do. Throw in, right? Let's build something here now, Spurs. Take your time. 2 minutes to go at halftime. Take your time on this set piece and let's go. No, I don't mean take this long. Someone at least show for the fucking thing. We're gonna throw in. Just little things are not going our way now. It's worrying me.
Stevie Frazier saying, to be fair, that hit Tell in his midriff when he was a foot already off the ground. Very awkward height to deal with. Maybe he just judged it wrong then. Maybe he had to just go for the diving header. Right? In that situation, then you got to make your body smaller.
I do think Stevie has a point, but at this elite level, I'm sorry.
You got to find a way to. You got to find
them home.
Yeah, you have to just judge it then better. You have to realize then, well, maybe I just need to put my head on it.
You wouldn't have missed that in pro club, Stevie. It is a valid point, you know. It is at a difficult height, but at the elite level, they get put away.
Yeah. So you see certain strikers, they hit it in with their midriff.
Tyler says making an excuse for that is wild. Tyler and Stevie disagreeing again there. Nothing new. Oh, come on, Spurs. Just wake up now. I'll go right before halftime.
Bentancur. Pedro. Sir! He's just got taken out the ball there.
This is what we want. We'll get a good delivery here now. This is exactly what we need just before halftime. Just put in a good delivery now. That's it, Porro. Make the most of it. See if we can get him a yellow.
Are we not going to get a yellow card for any of these Villa players, ref?
Right, that's madness. Harry Kane will put that one away. Yeah, fair. Five-minute stoppage time. That's a bit generous.
2 goals. Lots of injuries. Lots of injuries from Villa. And also, while Spurs have been on top, we want as much time, to be fair. Kudus. Looking to probably take Digne on one-on-one. Spurs whip it back in.
Dangerous. Oh, Simmons.
Good decision. No, good decision.
Yeah. I would have liked to
see the bear!
Oh! For fuck's sake. Van der Ven doesn't even get it on target there. You got to be hitting the target at least. I would have liked to seen Xavi go for that, to be
Yeah.
fair. Right decision in the end. You are spot on.
Oh, maybe just slightly
Gets
behind him.
underneath it. Yeah, well, he's jumping backwards to get on it,
If
isn't
it
he?
was a little further in front of him, that would have just been a
Yeah.
perfect ball, nearly a perfect
You
ball.
want him meeting the ball there, not having to jump backwards or jump from a static position to get on the end of it. And he wins that one. Well done. Udabur. Back to Spence. Vicario, just go along.
Well done, Odebear. Come on. Good pressure.
Go on, Xavi. Get after it. Well done, kid. There we go.
Well done, Van de Ven. Onto this tell. Turn backwards. Oh, Jed, give it to Tell. Spurs ideally can maybe carve out one more here.
Yeah.
Ball over the
That's
top.
ambitious.
Pedro, what a touch.
Well done. I'll get your head up.
What's he
That was
doing
too
there?
early.
He's asking for a handball.
Mo Kudus.
Well done, Kudus.
Well done. They're doubling up on him every time he touches the ball. Well done, Udabur. Good positioning to get back on that ball.
Paulinho got time.
Moves it across to Danzo. Spurs patient here. Mickey Van de Ven moves it out wide to Spence. Spence, what can he do? Looking to take on his man on the outside.
Sir!
In the back. How's that not given? It's in the back. And
Well done,
it's
Xavi.
the exact same challenge. It's the exact same challenge as the one on Spence. Are you taking the piss? It's the exact same one. RST says Jed is having a poor game. It's not that he's having a poor game. He's just limited on what he can do on the ball because he's right-footed playing on the left-hand side. Even when you look at, even when he gets the ball, look at his natural body position as soon as it comes. He's always facing inside. He has no left foot whatsoever, and it's limiting what he can do down that side. Oh no, get out.
Out of play.
Yes. One more minute left. Can Spurs fashion something here? Are we just going to try and see it out to half-time? Van de Ven. Good ball out to Wilson.
Jesus.
Wilson to Spence. Yeah, Spence played that one.
Yeah, he did have it. Okay, Jobby,
Left.
sir. We'll take... Oh, my God.
Well done, Udabur. Good ball. Spence. Left foot. Corner kick.
Handball?
You're never going to get that, I don't
know.
think. Good call, though. Good, well spotted. You're alert, Jacko.
I mean, he was practically
It's like
fondling
you're kicking
the
every ball.
He was having the snuggle with the ball.
Yeah. Go to bedtime with the ball.
He's trying to keep it in with his hands at this point. Oh, no, maybe not.
Come on, we're good from set pieces. The last couple of deliveries, though, have been overhit. If we can just get this one spot on, give us a chance to get on the end of it. Come on, Danzo.
Right on top of them all. That looked dangerous.
Free out.
He's giving another free. How many frees is he going to give to Villa?
Half time.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's just feels like Spurs should be 1-0 up. That's really the way you would look at it, if not more than 1-0 up, because we have had dangerous transitions. We've won the ball high up the pitch. We've had some dangerous set pieces. I think Spurs are just unlucky to be 1-0 down, but sometimes that's how football goes, where you do get punched in the mouth. You do just sort of get a goal that happens against the run of play. We've been pretty solid defensively for the most part as well. Like, the only times that Villa have really threatened have been with some of these route one sort of balls in behind when we've been trying to press them high up the pitch. But I don't know, Dave. I mean, it just seems like we're just a bit unlucky to be, at level here. And we just have to, I just keep playing the same way we have been. And I think we will grab that second, to be honest. That's just the way I'm looking at it.
Look, in general, it's been a good performance from Tottenham.
Hard to
Like,
criticize. Yeah.
their goal came out of absolutely nowhere. It was a wonder strike there by, well, wonder strike maybe is going too far, but it was a good strike by Morgan Rogers. It sort of came out of nowhere. Could Bentancur have done more to go and close it down? I think he could have, and if he does, he probably prevents that going in. But on the whole, we've looked good. We're very combative in midfield. We're turning ball over. The defense is looking good. They're winning their duels. It's just going forward. We're not clinical enough, and that's the next thing we need to learn as a team, to become a bit more ruthless. We've had some good breakaways. Wilson Odegaard, great positions, not a lot coming off in terms of end product. Kudus has put some good balls across the box, but again, that lack of real quality number 9 is maybe coming back to bite us, and I think that's what we've seen in this first half, Jack. I think, the defensive structure is there, the platform is there to go and win this game. And at the end of the day, despite the sucker punch of that goal, which is 5 minutes out from half time, it can be a bit of a killer blow at times. We still got 45 minutes, so we're well and truly in this game to try and go and win this game. We just need a little bit more quality in the final third. The corners started off bright with good deliveries. Since then, they've sort of been overhit and stuff like that. We just need to tidy ourselves up a bit in possession going forward and kill this team off. But they are there for the taking. But that would argue, I think this would be a good test of Spurs mentality right now, how they deal with that sucker punch before half time. And can they come out in the second half, put Villa on the back foot and go and look to get their rewards? And I think, but this is my biggest problem with Tottenham Hotspur. When we play well, a lot of times in big momentum games like this, we never really take what we deserve from it. So for me, I'd like to see that in the second half. It's very hard to sort of criticise that performance in general. It's very hard to criticise any of the players. I would argue, look, maybe we find it very difficult to find Xavi Simons, but if you actually look at what's going on, Onana's doing a man-marking job on him. He doesn't care about whatever else is going on. He's just following Xavi Simons around the place. So we need to find a way of getting Xavi Simons free from that and getting him on the ball. But, maybe we need a bit more quality from Wilson Odegaard. That's maybe a substitution you can look at later on in the game. Bringing on Mawani, I think, if he's fit enough, maybe for Matisse Tel, you would argue, would Mawani have put that opportunity away that Matisse Tel completely fluffed? But it's one of them, Jack. It's very hard to criticise. We've been on top. We've been combative. We're getting on good breakaways. Again, we're just not clinical, and that's what's let us down this half. Like, we spoke about it there with 33 minutes on the board. Let's go and get a second goal. Let's sort of try and kill this game off, and then we get sucker punched. It's like 1 step forward, 2 step back sometimes.
Yeah, a bit of that. And I also just feel like it's similar issues to what we've described before, where we're playing well, we're doing everything right. Build-up play has been fine. Transitions, we've had some dangerous ones. We just sometimes are missing, it feels like, that clinical edge that other teams might have, where you would say, like, Odegaard, he's played pretty well, but maybe he's had a couple of those breakaways where he could have done a little bit better with, maybe could have tried to fasten a shot on goal, cause some chaos. Same thing with Tell. Like, I think his hold-up play has actually been all right at times. It's just maybe he has had 1 or 2 little breakaways as well, where maybe he could have done a little bit better with. I think they're, like you bringing up, they're trying to take Xavi Simons out the game. They're trying to take Kudus out the game because McGinn is playing over on that left-hand side. And McGinn, I think, has been dropping really deep to sort of help out Luca Digne. So it just seems like what Spurs have been missing, which we ranted about plenty of times, we are just missing maybe that clinical number 9, and we're missing maybe a clinical player on the left-hand side. But at the same time, it has been better with Matisse Tel and Odegaard instead of Richie and Johnson. Like, if you had Richie and Johnson on the pitch, I think we'd be looking at a very different game. But we are looking for just that little bit more quality, especially when it comes to the chances that we are carving out. We're just not finishing them with actual shots on goal, that we should be.
Even are we carving out great chances? Again, I think we're getting into great positions, but we're not carving out. Like, you look at the stats, for instance, right? That's on screen here. We've got 56% possession compared to 44. So we've dominated the line share possession.
Yeah.
And we've had more corners. We've had double the amount of corners than they have. We've got more passes than what they do. But if you look at the shots, they've had 3, we've had 3. Mm-hmm. That's where the problem is coming in. We were dominating this game to a large degree in terms of a lot of the other stats. We're getting into great positions. There's not a lot of great end product coming off the back of the good breakaways that we have, or the good positions we find ourselves in. And that is the problem. The fact that they've had the same amount of shots as we have, there is your problem right there. And then the very little opportunities we do create, or even the half chances we do create, we're not clinical enough to take them. And that's our problem this half. But like I said, This game is well and truly there for us to go and win this. Let's not get too downtrodden or too downbeaten by that goal from Aston Villa. That can happen in football. It's all about how you bounce back. This is a true test of Spurs' mentality for the next 45 minutes. Can we take that sucker punch, deal with it, and go on and win this game? That's the question of, this second half. So let's see what we can do.
No, I definitely agree with that. I think I sometimes, maybe when I say the word chance, sometimes I think maybe I do mean that, like, more in the sense of we've had breakaways or
Yeah,
moments where it should lead to a chance. And sometimes I'm
yeah,
a bit generous with that word. I completely agree with the way that you described it there. And I just think when we do have those little moments, I just wish there was a bit more devastating quality with maybe just finishing it off with at least, a good shot or something like that, that
mm,
you could cause a bit of chaos with, because it feels like Spurs have been on top in almost every way. I think we're pressing them high, winning the ball high up the pitch. We're looking to try to win the game, where it feels like maybe Villa are looking for a point here with the way that they've been kind of
yeah,
playing. And then set pieces, we have looked relatively dangerous. We could be a bit more dangerous, but for the most part, we have had some decent crosses in. And then there have been other times, where I just think Spurs have looked like they're doing almost everything right. It's just missing just a bit of that extra quality to sort of get over the line here. But we have another 45 minutes. And in my firm belief, if we play that same way in the next 45
yeah.
minutes, I think we could carve out another goal here at some point.
And look, this one was always going to be hard to, winning pretty. It could take another set piece into box, another ball falling Bentancur's way, like exactly the first goal we scored today. It could take that to get over the line. It's just important, no matter how, we get the 3 points on the board today.
Yeah. I mean, this is probably a good example of what we've said about before, right? Where the goal that we do have comes from a midfielder, once again, right? So we've had these
Yeah,
little breakaways, but we just don't really seem to have
just
those
need more.
forwards that can take some of these little moments and opportunities. And
And
once again, the midfielder is the one that's scoring. Maybe we need own goals to show up in the second half.
look. I mean, if that's what it takes, Jax, that's what it takes.
Yeah,
But it's hard because we're sitting here and we can go, look, we need more from Odegaard, we need more from Tell. We're asking them to show something they haven't shown us yet.
exactly.
The,
Yeah.
the, the more isn't in there. It's not there. We really are relying on Mawani to come in here, later on in the game, hopefully create him a chance and he can nick it. You're sort of relying on, maybe even if you bring in Richarlison at some point, just to cause maybe a bit more chaos and stuff like that, crash bang wallop as soon as balls get in the box. And it's like, even down that right hand side, it's hard for Kudus because every time he gets the ball, he's being double marked. Like, Unai Emery is tactical, has got this spot on today. He's taken Xavi Simons out of the game with Onana by man marking him. Anywhere Simons go, Simons could drop back to Vicario. You'll see Onana up beside him. You look at Kudus, every time he touches the ball, most dangerous player in the forward line. 2 men on him every single time. That then there means we need more from others in other areas, because if they start being dangerous, all of a sudden you free Kudus up, you free Xavi Simons up. But right now, the fact that they can man mark the two of them and take them out of the game shows maybe how limited again we are from open play in terms of going forward. Like, you see a lot of the comments there, everyone going sideways, backwards again. I don't even think it's been that.
I don't think it's been that.
At times I'm okay with it because you got to sort of rotate the ball. You do got to keep possession. But when we are getting the ball into them final areas, it keeps coming backwards because we just don't have that extra bit guile or that extra. And that's really what this team is missing. All the foundations are in place. We're just missing that left winger. We're just missing that clinical guy up front. Until
Yeah.
then, we're just going to have to scrap and take what points we can, whatever way we can. And the good thing is, Frank has instilled that in this team.
No, I agree there. Let's go to Paul earlier. My man Paul saying, "Afternoon, lads. Hope you're both well. Good half for us. We need to be more clinical up front. Let's hope Moani can come on and make us more of a threat in front of goal. Come on, you Spurs. He's going for a 3-1. If we keep playing the way that we are, Paul, I could see us winning this game 2-1, and I'd be absolutely fine with that. It's just that, yeah, maybe at some point in this game, we might need, someone like a Moani to come into this game. We might need someone just to offer a bit more of that clinical edge. Odegaard, I think, would be better than, bringing in a Johnson. I think you do keep Odegaard out on the left. Maybe you move Xavi Simons out to the left, then think about someone like Pop Matasar. But Xavi Simons, he's worked hard defensively. It's just hard to be. I just wonder if you just give this team, the team that you currently have out there, I wonder if you just give them another 15 or so minutes to see
I'm
if
not.
they can push on for that second. Because I don't think really anyone's played that poorly tonight. So that's just where I'm
I
kind of
don't.
struggling a little bit.
Look, I don't think he's making changes at halftime. I think you're right. I think they will get the next 15 minutes. But what I would say is, and it's sort of, I think if people go back to my predicted lineup and what I was speaking about before the game, Xavi Simons is wasted in there today.
Mm-hmm.
I said it before the game. We're going to struggle to get him the ball in there purely because of the big physicality guys that they have in there. And it's not like he's been out muscled or anything like that. But
They're just taking him out of the game.
Yeah, we just can't feed him the ball. And, it's something that I highlighted before the game. I think he's going to be wasted in there today. I thought we should have started with him off the left-hand side because you look at the amount of ball that Wilson Odegaard is getting, you may be thinking Xavi Simons would have that bit of extra quality, that bit of extra end product. So, maybe 15 minutes if it's not working out, I'd look to move Xavi out to the left and bring Papa Matasar in there and let him sort of, just run around and, cause a nuisance and turn over ball. And also, he's got a good long-range effort on him. And I think, that's something I would potentially be looking at in the second half, Jack.
Yeah. I think a lot of people are saying maybe put Xavi out on the left and then bring someone in like a Sarr, bring someone in like a Bear.
No one was saying that before the game. You go back to my comments on the predicted lineup. Dave, you're mad. He's got to play through the middle. Yeah. Looks like I'm a football genius.
That, and I think you're right where like Xavi's actually played all right. It's just that's the reality. Like Aston Villa have like two extra midfielders at times in there. And, when that's the case, it is difficult to sort of get your foot on the ball and sort of get into the game. And when you're being man marked as well, it's just forcing other players to have to be on the ball instead of Xavi. I think they're trying to take Kudus out the game. They're trying to take Xavi Simons out the game, which has then led to Matisse Tell and Odegaard. At least from what I've seen, they seem to be having majority of the touches of the forward line. I wouldn't say that Matisse Tell and Odegaard have had that bad of a game. I think we probably just slightly lower our standards maybe when it comes to them, but for the most part, it hasn't really been that poor from either of them. They've not been that sloppy. It's just when we have gotten into the final third a few times, sometimes you are just a little bit wanting. It feels like we could do a bit more with some of the little breakaways and things that we've had in the final third with either a Matisse Tell or an Odegaard. But like I said, I would continue with more of the same in the next 10-15 minutes. Then maybe you do look for a difference maker. Perhaps that comes through Moani. Perhaps that also comes through a Pop Matasar or a Lucas Bergvall. Yeah, but it's difficult. I think it's one of those games, everybody, where you feel like you've been playing pretty well, so it's hard to be overly critical, and then it's hard to sort of find, what do you need to sort of get over the line here? And we might just have to wait and see, in the second half here. We are approaching it though, so please, everybody, do give us your thoughts. Feel free to stop us at any point with a question or a comment. And it looks like, Spurs are going to be coming out the tunnel here pretty soon. And smash the like button while you're in here with us. We have over 400 in the house, so really do appreciate you guys. Let me look at some other comments here. Skunkwork saying it's clear Odegaard is being told to play to his strengths and come inside and take a shot as well as do the crossing, and Tell is told to find space and shoot, but it's just not working. I think the hold-up play from Tell has been all right. I think Odegaard has gotten into the right areas. He hasn't given it away that often. I would say a few times, actually, Odegaard has been taken out with some fouls that really haven't been called by Simon Hooper. It seems like Simon Hooper has not been that generous towards us when we've been close to the penalty area. It feels like we've been, having some challenges on us that I think should have been blown back for a free kick, but maybe that's just me talking with my Spurs goggles. King Hoddle saying because they congest the middle, we are congregating too much on the left-hand side and it's just not productive. I think they're forcing us to the left-hand side though, Dave, right? I mean, that's just what Unai Emery's done here. It's also the first 45 minutes where, they're not going to be as tired as they are in the second half. In the second half, if we keep playing the same way, they will start to tire these Aston Villa players, and maybe more space will eventually come about.
No, 100%. I think, look, with Aston Villa, anyone that's done their homework on Aston Villa, no, centrally, midfield, they are very, very good. The teams find it very hard to play through the middle of Aston Villa. That's why in my predicted lineup, I said go with Sarr in there and put Xavi out on the left. He's going to be absolutely wasted in the middle.
Yeah.
So we were never going to be able to play through the middle today. It was always going to be out wide. That's why in my predicted lineup, I said Mo Kudus up against Digne. That's a battle.
Because I
fancy him to win. An area where we can get joy. Out wide, Wilson Odegaard up against Matty Cash. Again, if we can pin him back, which we've done, and stopped him from going on the overlap, you can get at Aston Villa. The game was always going to be out wide today. It was always going to be that way. Anyone that knows Aston Villa, watched them, and has done their homework, should have known that coming into today's game.
Because if they're going to block up the middle and put like 10,000 midfielders in there like they have done, there's just going to be very little space to work with. So you might just have to match them with another robust, kind of box to box
Yeah.
midfielder and not give away anything there. Where, like you're saying, if you're going to be forced out wide and you're going to be forced to have guys on the ball in the wings, then you put maybe one of your more creative players out on the wing, even if that isn't ideally the position that you want to play them in. It's sort of Aston Villa forcing our hand, to play out more on the wings.
What
And
I will say is
yeah,
on Xavi, in defense of Xavi Simons, rather than getting frustrated and starting going out wide and blocking up Wilson Odegaard's space or Kudus' space, even though he's not getting the ball, he is still staying central, which means he's not bringing bodies out to cover, look, because if he goes out wide, Onana's coming with him, which means there's an extra body out there. So by staying central, he's actually giving us the opportunity to still go out wide, in fairness to the kid, because I'm not being funny. If that was me, I'd be dropping all over the pitch to receive the ball right now. Genuinely. I'd be going, me, I'd be going mad.
And he's also worked hard defensively. You would say,
Yeah.
Xavi Simons, he's been getting stuck in it on a couple of occasions. So, yeah.
Let's see how we start this big half of football now for Tottenham Hotspur. Big 45 minutes. Let's see how we start and can we go and nick a goal and win this game. That's all we've got to do. Just get the 3 points on the board. Go on, Porro. That'll do. Well done. Good pressure. Let's go, Spurs. Skunkworth says, speaking of Telsbys, did anyone see Bergvall's for Sweden? I mean, honestly, I thought
that might have been the worst I've ever seen.
I thought it was Jack, I genuinely thought it was an AI-generated video taking the piss.
It's that bad of a miss. You thought it was AI.
Yeah, shocking.
It's actually amazing. Well done from Van de Ven.
Good ball by Bentancur into space. Let's go now. Let's break. Odegaard with possession here. Lovely. He's got loads of space here. What can he do? Backwards. Jed Spence. Can he whip it in? It's not a bad effort. It's big done, though. Oh, Kudus.
Bring it down.
Can he take it down? Brilliant touch. Back to Kudus. That's fantastic football. It's too easy for him. Your man's like a child up against him.
So strong.
Danzo moves it on to Mickey Van de Ven. Simons moves it to Spence, to Odegaard. Can Odegaard play
down the line again? Now he can. Well done.
Let's see if he can get on the ball. Let's see if he can get a cross in.
He gets blocked up there. He's been very quick to blow it up, though, the ref.
Bit quick there for me. No, Matt, the atmosphere's terrible, isn't it? Look, when it comes to these home games, I think there has to be an understanding in football that fans ain't going to happy clap if they find their team boring to watch. Eventually, it's going to start becoming a little bit drained and stuff like that. Especially with what we've been through over the last few years. They're sort of just waiting for the team to get going. Because I think our last 17 home games, I think we've won. I don't think we won 5 of them. The fans are just waiting for something to get behind. You best believe, though, we score, the fans will be going mad again.
I think it's just nerves. I think we've lost so many games at home over the last year or so that, they just don't have that confidence, that things will turn out.
Spot on, lad. Good pressure, Xavi. Villa got
like watching it's like watching a movie or something, like a horror film. You're just sort of like, sitting there nervously. Yeah. When's the jump scare going to happen?
That's too easy. Onana moves at 4.
Out there, Pedro. Cross. Danzo.
Does enough. Brilliant.
And he's got taken out there, ref.
A free out, ref.
Oh, my God, Dina. You're not winning an Oscar with that one, mate.
No way. It's a 50-50. If Danzo's won the ball, there's no way you can even think about giving that one. If anything, it's a free out. He's got there first, Danzo, and he's been taken out. It's a free out. He's took him out. It reminds me of that Romero one where he kicked the ball and the player's 2 yards out from him and he catches him as he's on the follow-through kicking the ball and they're looking for a penalty here. That's a joke if they give that. He's won the ball. He's kicked the ball. There's going to be a follow-through. It's natural. It's fucking natural.
I mean, he's just running to Danzo. That's the way I see it.
Yeah. Nicholas Walker with the super chat. Big up, Nicholas. Good to see you, sir. He says, Tell is offering nothing, even against the high line. The thing is, it's not for a one to try in today, which I have accused of him in years in games gone by. It's not for a one to try in. But I'm not going to sit here and defend the kid because I want him to do well either. He hasn't had an impact on the game. He hasn't been able to physically impose himself, but he's making the right runs. He's making good movement. And at the end of the day, to Jack's point, it's better than Johnson or Richarlison.
I think he has made some runs in behind. I think he is working hard, like Dave mentioned, whereas before we did accuse him of maybe not showing that effort. It's hard for me with Tell because I just think maybe I've seen him play a lot worse than this. So, yeah, it's like that's just maybe what I'm struggling with, Nicholas. You're probably right, though. Mawani, we would know, right, offers that threat in behind, and he is a bit more physically imposing than Matisse Tell.
Come on, Mawani, get up. Start doing some jogging up the sideline. We want you. We want an RKM. Is he listening to music or something?
Yeah, it seems like he's getting in the groove there. Looks like a guy at the club. Big zoom in on Frank.
Now that Lucas
Cameraman's obsessed with him.
Now that Lucas Digne's in pain for the next few minutes, get the ball out to Kudus and let him run at him.
How many? This is like the 5th or 6th Villa player though that has gone down, required the medical team to come out, and then he still gets up. Afterwards. Like at this point, can we just stretch them off?
At this point, they just need to build a hospital with everything else they're building around the stadium, Jack.
Referee's got to start copping onto this. He's like, all right, this is like the 7th time the medical team has come out here. Like, clearly you guys are trying to waste time.
Yeah.
How many times do I need to see this replay? Jesus. Hey, it's also Luca Digne's fault. If you're going to come near Kevin Danzo, you might come out with a scratch or two.
By the way, if that's not a penalty, it shows how unjust they were on Romero on that one.
Oh, yeah, spot on. Vicario.
Right, take your time. No need to rush it. Just build your way in. Nothing silly right now in the first 5 minutes of this half. He's got to stay off for 30
don't
seconds
let him on.
anyway.
Yeah,
let's
don't
get it
let him
down
on.
to Kudus' side.
Frank, hold him back.
Get it down to Kudus' side. Digne's out for the next 30 seconds. Come on. Let him run at him.
Alinia, great switch of play. Great touch from Odebear.
Don't do too much, Wilson.
Well done.
There we go.
Jedi. Paulinho. Pedro.
Right, now this is what we want. Let's go, Kudus. Oh. Bergie says Spurs fans are the worst at home, and we never used to be that way at White Hart Lane. Look, there's a lot more reasons for it as well. Them not wanting to integrate the club, not wanting to integrate themselves with the likes of THFC flags and different fan groups that only want to help try and generate the atmosphere. But it looks like Vinay is going to start integrating with these guys, which would hopefully help improve it as well. Danzo with the long throw. It's a good one.
Oh!
Yeah, Simmons! How's he not scored? Odebear.
How did he not score?
They're looking for a penalty here. No, he
How
said
did
referees.
Odebear not score?
He's got to score that. That's exactly the same position as Bentancur.
Oh, it's dangerous from the long throw there. The way that ball bounced here, it goes towards the back post.
Oh,
they're kind of at his chest.
He did put his hands up, though. I'm just saying. Yeah, it's not going to be given. It's clever.
How did he not score Odebear any other direction that's in the back of the net?
See, this is the problem. They're just rash in these moments, these youngsters. There's no composure. Like, you've seen the composure of Bentancur.
Yeah.
In the exact same sort of position,
I thought we were about to score there.
Come on, Danzo, another good one here. 70-yard launch. Let's get out the cannon.
Leighton Evelyn even saying we have... Leighton Evelyn even saying we have no luck at times. It does feel that way. But I think you just have to... Sometimes it is just a bit of rush of blood, it seems like, from the player. Oh, good idea from Pedro. Come on.
Oh, Tell. Can he dig it out? Bentancur.
Well done, Bentancur.
Smash it. Paulinho, smash it. Paulinho!
Great start from Spurs. Great start so far.
This is good intent from Spurs. Kudos.
Oh, so close again from someone just tapping it home.
What a ball roll there from Paulinho. Just creates that shot there, just by that little bit of action there. Beautiful.
Him and Bentancur have just been bossing the midfield today.
Oh, Frank loves that one. He's got himself in the blowjob position there.
Jedi!
Oh, it's got to be! Oh, my Lord!
Bentancur! Palhinha! Oh, my Lord. How have we not scored? How have we not scored?
Oh, we would not finish our dinner right now. It's a great ball by Spence. They're all off. Oh, no. Yeah, they're all off.
Bentancur was the one maybe he could have been on, but hard to say.
It's just right at the goalkeeper.
He headed it down. Yeah, maybe.
Right thing to head it down. Right thing to head it down, but just put it back across goal.
Yeah, it's right at Emi Martinez. Geez, Spurs are knocking on the door here.
You just can't help but feel, the longer this goes on without us taking our chances, the sucker punch is coming.
Yeah, it always does in the Premier League.
Well done, Danzo. Done what you could there. Come on, Spurs. It's a bright opening 10 minutes. You're spot on, Jack. Let's build on this. Maybe down under says it's coming. I can feel it. Oh, there S for Sirius says I still got that good feeling. Come on, get Mwani out there. Get him warmed up. Lucas Bergval's getting warmed up. Do you know what? It actually could be a game for him today, He just loves running. He might find something in the box.
Yeah. Yeah, you think about it. Like, could a Pop Matasar pop up with one of these tap-ins? That's sort of his...
just in the box. Could they just be there at the right place, the right time?
Dangerous.
Whoa, well done, Mickey Van der Ven. That's fucking unbelievable recovery. And whoever didn't take out Malin there as well, that's brilliant defending.
They just bypassed the whole team with that pass. Great
ball. Very easy. Could have took him out there, Danzo. Very, very good defending.
Yeah, very good. Very well done by Van de Ven. That was almost an incredible finish. Again. That could have been, like Dave said, they are clearly capable of sucker punching us, Aston Villa, because that could have been a ridiculous finish.
Oh, the big Rich. Be interesting to see who he comes on for.
Probably Tell. Oh, Odebear.
Oh,
on to Tell. Good touch.
Now play it back. Well done.
Javi,
Simmons, loads of space.
You got time. Well done, kid.
Oh, he's looking for the shot. Never came. Palhinha! No.
I think Xavi took too many touches there. I'd honestly fire a shot. At that point, take a shot on.
He's waiting for the perfect sighting, isn't he? Palhinha just never catches that one. Be interesting, because if he comes on for Matisse Tal, that probably means Mwani won't get a game today.
Yeah, he said he would be available.
But it is that sort of game Richie could bag one as well.
Yeah, you just need someone. It seems like Spurs just seem like they just need someone to be there to tap it home.
I don't think it's going to come from anything sensational in terms of like 16 passes and it's the back of the net. It could come from just a long throw in, Richarlison just in the right place at the right time. No, not there, Porro. Jesus, Porro. No, Porro. What are you doing, Pedro Porro? You absolute numpty. That is so brain dead and dumb as a defender to do that. I can't believe what I've just seen him do right there.
You just got to get rid of it.
Dead. That is so dense.
He's just got to get rid of it.
It's dumb. You're spot on. He's just got to go down the line. It's just so dumb. It is shit like that that's going to be our own downfall today. Oh, Richarlison getting good instructions there. Basically, sit in the middle and don't fucking move.
Oh, Xavi.
Oh, good ball. Good ball. Let's go, Wilson. Come on, Willie. Free Willie gets it. Doesn't even meet the first man.
Maybe that's what he's thinking about. You just need someone like a Richarlison in there.
Here we go, Wilson.
Oh,
tricky.
My Lord.
Lays it off too hard, though. Just needs to cushion that for Xavi. Porro. Oh.
Unlucky.
Could have slid off the skid off the surface, that one.
Yeah. Took a nick off of McGinn. Oh,
be interested if he went two up top, put Richarlison in there just around the likes of Matisse Tal and put Xavi out wide. Oh, can we get there? Well done.
Don't take him out.
There's no way, ref. You can't. They've just physically out-dominated him. Thank you, ref. Wilson Odebear. Goes
Gotta
it
be
back to
time.
Xavi. Starting to get involved a little bit more now, Xavi. Spence, back
post.
post.
Kudus. Unlucky. Too much on it.
It's better from Tottenham though. At least we're asking questions. Now let's see if Richie's coming on for. This will be interesting. Exactly what you said, Jack. 15 minutes and a sub comes out from Matisse Tal. Does that maybe signal that we won't see Moani today? Then we definitely won't see him through the middle then anyway, that's for sure. Come on, Rich. There is a go. I can envision it now. Long ball or throw in or a corner kick into the box. It bounces and Richarlison's just there to tap it home. I can envision it.
What we need.
Endless hopeless crosses. Well, we're hoping that's going to change now with Richie on. Let's wait and see. Bit more of a presence to be able to try and get on the end of some of them maybe. Aston Villa look like they're making 2 changes. Ollie Watkins coming on. Aston Villa going for the game themselves here. They fancy this, you know. This could be
it's up for anyone.
Game. Yeah, it could be an exciting end to the game here. Both teams making changes to go for the 3 points here. No one wants to settle.
We're taking off a winger and putting on more of a creative player in Buendia.
Guasano off, Buendia on.
And then I imagine they're taking Malin off. Yep.
Yeah.
He did offer that threat in behind Malin.
You just see it with Watkins, though, can't you? Like, he's been struggling this season. He'll probably turn into fucking R9.
Definitely more physical.
Go on, Wilson. No.
Van de Ven decides not to come out. Jeez.
McGinn goes for one there. Got a bit greedy. Thank God for that. This game could go either way right now. It really is in the balance.
Seems like when Aston Villa players strike the ball, they get a much cleaner connection than what Spurs do.
Yeah. Porro.
Well, we do it. It's like dribbling across the ground.
Spot on. It's absolutely spot on.
I feel like, because even that, I'm still thinking about that chance Malin had. That would have been a ridiculous finish.
People in the chat starting to say they feel like we're going to bottle this one now. Let's wait and see, guys.
It's what it is. You know, you waste chances. We've had opportunities. Ball's bouncing.
Well done, Porro.
Come on.
Xavi, come on. You got to be
How
stronger.
are we not
there,
winning
man.
that, man? How are we not winning that?
You fucked us there, Xavi. You fucked us there. You got to be stronger there. That's shocking.
Hey, Vicario. Sheesh.
Vicario didn't look like he was interested in that one at all.
Looked like he could have come out for it.
Yeah.
Well done, Chavs.
Well done, Danzo. Well done.
Sir.
Well done, Danzo. It's unbelievable defending. So strong.
Looks like Onana's like spray painted his hairline there.
So strong from Danzo there. Yeah, it does. I feel like me and Danzo would be friends, you know. If we knew each other in real life. I feel like there'd be a good friendship there between me and him.
Well done, Danzo. Ooh, dodgy.
That'll do, though. Oh, well done, Moses. Oh, Mosey. Come on, Moses. Go on.
Beat
You're
him for
away.
pace,
You're
beat him
away.
for pace.
You're
Come
away.
on,
You're away.
kid.
He doesn't want it.
Find something.
Right.
Good
Take your time. There's not a lot on. There's not a lot on here.
Well done. He's so
brilliant.
good.
Single-handedly drives us forward. Spence, start getting your touches right now, kid. That's once or twice now you've done that. Udabur, Simmons, sliding everywhere. What's going on? Bentancur. Don't stop crossing it now that Richarlison's on the pitch. Bentancur moves that across to Danzo. Come on. Onto Porro. Into Kudus' feet. Back to Porro. Bentancur screaming for it there. He's ignored. Onto Van de Ven. Good ball out. Skip Spence. Onto Wilson Odobur. Simmons. He's offside there, is he? No. Spence. Someone put it in the box. We have to put him Richarlison on. Now we stop crossing the box. What? It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, we're taking our time a little bit too much here. Now we need to give someone an option.
Not there, Paul.
Sir!
Ref. It's a yellow, man. It's got to be a yellow, ref.
How many times have we just been taken out?
Villa growing into the game, says Ed Sweeten. He's spot on.
It feels like anyone's game at this point. Spurs came out really hot out at the gates. First 10, 15 minutes, we were all over them. Now it kind of feels like anyone's game.
Hold me closer, Kevin Danzo.
Yeah, I was going to say, maybe we go for a long ball here.
Yeah, just put it in. We've got big men out there now. So get in there, Richie. It's going to be crash bang wallop winner here. Oh, we've done all that for this.
Gotta get into the box. Oh, my Lord. Kudos.
It's too easy. It's just too
unlucky.
Easy. He makes it look so easy, man. I just laugh now when he gets up ahead of Steen because there's no stopping him. He's like Moussa Dembele when he used to get going. Corner kick. Right, come on. We've got big throw in. Big boys here now. There we go. Get the towel out. Thank you. Come on, Danzo. Hold me closer, Kevin Danzo.
Well done by the kit man getting the towels out for this game.
With Daniel Levy gone, do you think we're using the old grainy sort of cheap towels, or have we gone a bit more expensive on them, Jacko? Good throw. Keep it underneath.
Martinez was out. Bentancur.
Please just fall for Richie. Oh, well done, Danzo. Good ball, Danzo. Come on, Moses. No, Mosey.
Someone's got to be there. Someone's got to be there for him.
Oh, Martinez was caught under that.
Yeah, that was dodgy. Who's the yellow for?
Danzo.
Okay, but how many times has that challenge happened to us, though, and he's not giving Villa a yellow card?
I know.
Nothing in that.
No. You know, if I would have disallowed it if it went in, though. You'd find something. Oh, lovely, Danzo. Whoa. That's a sore one.
Yeah, he's got a few stamps in, to be fair. He's done that to Dina twice now. He's going to have a sore ankle tomorrow. He's going to have a sore ankle tomorrow, Dina.
He's got more kudos bouncing off him, you know, every time he gets the ball. And then
next time Dina goes in, he's definitely pulling out. Dina next time, he's definitely going to feel like this guy just keeps stamping on me.
Well done, Danzo. Just go back now. Just go back.
Yeah, let it out.
Well done. Well done. Yellow, ref. We'll have a yellow.
It's not been the fault of the defending tonight from the center backs, that's for sure. They both had a great game, Van de Ven and Danzo.
I just don't get it, though. We've bought on Richarlison. I think since he's come on, we haven't put one cross into the box.
Yeah.
Before that, we put about 15 in. It's like, surely it should be the other way around, right? If Matisse Tell is on, look to play at the feet. He's got he's injured.
No, I mean, I think they probably were looking to take him on. Maybe he's just sore.
Oh, Richie. You're just
stuck under his feet. Yeah. Well done, Pedro. They just go down at every challenge, though, it feels like Villa.
Just Richarlison there, though. He's just like he's running down to blind alleys and he doesn't have the footwork to do it. Sometimes he just needs to turn backwards and play it back. Just get in the box. Well done, Richie. Oh my fucking Jesus Christ. He makes the most simple things look so hard.
That's the difference between him and Tell right there. It just feels like Tell probably does lay that off to someone. Not saying, and we're not asking for much, though. That's the crazy thing. It's not like Tell deserves a ton of praise for that, but, you know, he's just a little bit tidier. Where Richie's he is just a donkey.
They used to say it back in the day, right? You know, get your football boots, half a size bigger than your foot size. I think Richarlison has gone at least 3 foot sizes bigger because,
He's got clown shoes.
yeah.
Palhinha under Kudus. Sir, oh my God, that has to be what on earth? That has to be a yellow. He's just no way. He's never goes down.
A counter. You should pull down a counter.
And Kudus never goes down either. He never goes down.
Oh,
Kudus never goes down there. Never. How is that not a foul? He's never dive. He never dives. That's insane, referee.
Udebar's come out of the game now a lot in the last 15. Get Simmons out on the left. Bring Sarr in. We need legs in the middle now. This last 15, last 20. Or maybe even get Mawani on.
Out wide. Digne. Out for a corner.
20 minutes. Can Spurs do something here? Like, Villa haven't really shown much today at all. Like, that's the frustrating thing. This is their first corner today. Oh, no, it's their third. Sorry. God, I need to get glasses. Ugh. Come on, birthday cake tastes so much better when you're eating it when you're a winner. Matty Cash with the delivery here.
Danzo clears. Good block. Good clearance. That's fine. That's fine. Get it away from. Yeah, good clearance.
Chase down 2 players there. People are starting to say they take a draw now. I wouldn't. I think this game is there to be won.
Yeah.
Look, draw's not the worst result in the world, right? It's not the end of the world, but
when you've been the better team, though, that's the thing.
Disappointing, yeah.
When you've been the better team for the majority of the game, you kind of feel like a draw isn't what you deserve.
And this isn't the Villa team we played in years gone by the way. This is a, Villa team that have been patchy themselves. It's another ball in. Oh, let's go. Let's go. Go on, Paulinho. Go on, Paulinho.
What a monster. That's fine.
Done,
I love that he shoves Digne afterwards as well. What a monster.
He carries the ball again. Unreal. Can we just get the ball in the box and get something scrappy?
Cole Mawani is coming on. Probably
Bergwall and Mawani.
Probably for Odegaard.
Odegaard, and I wonder, just there a minute ago, I thought Bentancur was maybe looking a bit leggy. I wonder, is he going to come on for Bentancur here?
Yeah, or Xavi or Bentancur probably coming off.
Come on, Carl. Come on, Mawani, please. Every single Spurs
lined up for a Mawani winner.
And we need a savior. If you score today, you're going to become a god. You're going to become Jesus. What the fuck was that, Poro?
Dude, it's kind of funny. I feel like we're struggling from regular throw-ins instead of well done, Rich. Well done,
Rich.
That's a little bit behind Kudus. He just need to take it more. Didn't need to play it off. He didn't need to pass that. That was a good breakaway. It got sliced up there by Onana.
Odegaard, good tracking back, kid.
Big ping.
Our line out of possession is dropping every so slightly, back beyond the halfway line.
Yeah, we're not pressing as high.
Yeah, anymore. In the first half, it was a bit higher. Danzo, we could really do with goal here. Van de Ven. Simmons. Danzo. Come on, Danzo. Kudus was there to the feet. Wins a throw in, though. We'll take it.
Surely it's a sub now. When's the referee going to allow the subs? Or is Frank still giving instructions? Frank's
still giving Bergwall instructions here. Although whatever instructions you gave Richarlison, he's
Has
pointless.
not.
We haven't even been able to get in the ball. We stopped putting crosses in the box.
That's the thing. He's touched the ball as far away from his own goal. We need him to actually be getting touches near the box.
Like, you'd be frustrated if you're Charleston as well, though, right? You see all the crosses coming in, you're licking your lips. You come on, then it stops.
Yeah.
Well done, Danzo.
Well done. Time.
Please, Kudus.
Love
No,
it.
I took too much out of it.
Too
Needs
much.
to be quicker.
Too indecisive. Oh, that was a good breakaway there.
Yeah.
Ball over the top to Watkins. He's onside here. Well done, Jedi. Well done, Jedi.
Well done, Jed.
Okay, they go down at every challenge, man, ref. Please, ref. At this point, you should notice.
Spurs are sitting way too deep here. Way too deep for my liking.
Yeah, since Richarlison has come on, we've been dropping deeper.
Way too deep here. The warning signs are there. And that's too easy. If you're sitting that deep, balls shouldn't be allowed to go in behind like that if you're sitting that deep. Honestly, make the subs now, Frank. After this set piece, make the subs. We need them. We need fresh legs in there. Midfield are dropping deeper. Front line is dropping deeper. We need fresh legs now. Oh, 15 minutes. Deal with this set piece. Let's get Bergvall on. Let's get Mawani on.
Yeah, from earlier, I just think Kudus just need to hit it first time. I agree, King Huddle. No reason to take that many touches. Deal with this. Bentoncourt clears.
Oh, well done, ref.
Good clearance from Palhinha.
Go on, Wilson, challenge.
Pressure on. Wow, what a pass. What a touch.
Jesus
Fuck.
Christ. No, don't let him shoot. Don't let him shoot. Don't let him shoot.
Oh, no. Oh, my
coming.
Lord.
It was coming. Buendia.
Two absurd finishes.
Well, you're screaming there, don't let him shoot. And what did they do? You don't let him shoot from there because their first goal came from the exact same fucking position. Where are you just taking the warning signs, We were sitting far too deep there. Them subs probably should have came on sooner as well. Oh.
It's an unbelievable pass from Matt Cash here, and it's an unbelievable touch.
Yeah, that's unbelievable there.
It's an unbelievable touch.
Jed Spence jogging. I'd like to see more urgency there. Go and meet that with your head, and then
maybe too far away.
Backs off and allows the shot. I mean,
no one helps Jed. It's just two unbelievable goals. Just the finishing of Villa today versus our finishing.
Look at players standing there with their hands behind the back. Go and engage the fucking football. Go and engage the ball. It was coming. You could see it was coming. It had all the warning signs of it. We don't create enough when we're on top to kill teams off. Oh, Tottenham Hotspur. Tottenham Hotspur.
Just felt like the momentum just shifted towards Villa. Odebear off.
Subs are too late anyway. The damage is done. This is what Postecoglou used to do. Wait till we go behind and then make them. Fuck in hell. Them subs should have been on 5 minutes earlier. Sometimes there's too much information given.
Yeah, that could have been the case.
Everyone could see the team was dropping deeper and deeper and deeper. It's when you got to get your fresh legs on. Come on, Spurs. Carry our route one. Can we win this? Bergval. Can he pick it
Richie.
up?
Yeah. Richie. Bergval asking them to get in the box for a long throw.
Bergval, don't start doing that to the crowd. That you do that on the football pitch. Let your football do the talking. Don't start going, come on, get behind us. Fuck me. We've watched the team drop deeper and deeper. Everyone knew it was coming, and now you're doing that. And do it on the pitch with performances.
Do we have a towel person positioned at every single spot? It's actually impressive.
Come on, long throw. Come on. Richie, this is what you were brought on for.
Cleared away by Onana.
You got jumped there, man.
We're asking for a handball. Well done, Palhinha.
Richie, leave it. Just get in the box.
Moani, good pressure from Moani.
Free out. I don't mind that. At least he showed intent to try and get on the end of it.
Yeah. I think on both goals, you would say, too, it's just Spurs just way too lazy and sort of closing down the shot. Right? You know, for the first one, we just didn't really get close enough. Second one felt that way as well. Danzo, is that what happened? Danzo, if he actually was up, he probably would have been able to block that. If he wasn't on the ground. I think he got taken out by Rodgers. But on both goals, you just feel like we need to close it down. And then, too, just unbelievable finishes, which is just so frustrating because Spurs feels like we never score that type of goal. We never just have a guy put in an incredible finish.
I think that's the difference, though, isn't it? You know, they've been clinical with what they've had today. They've created very little, but they've been clinical. Bergval.
He had all the time in the world to play a pass, man.
Never, ever going to outmuscle Onana down the line there. That's ridiculous. Some of our decision-making is so naive at times. And the time wasting begins. Spot on out there, Esposito. We are so toothless. Spot on, Leighton. Spot on. Oh, man. It's our own fault today that we've lost this game. It's not like even Villa have been good today, to be honest with you.
No,
you know, they haven't even been good.
Game was for the taking, it felt like.
2 shots outside the box, but to Jack's point, you know, they're hitting the target. Have we hit the target from any efforts outside the box? You know, we struggle to hit the target with efforts inside the box.
Struggled to even get a shot. That's the frustrating bit.
Porro, now's not the time for you to time waste. Get up. If we lose, it's 4 points out of 12 at home. It's terrible. Problem is, though, we had good spells at the start of the second half and at the start of the first half. We just never capitalized on it, and that's your problem right there. We're not good enough in possession.
Take momentum.
Yeah, exactly. We don't kill teams. We don't take the momentum when it's there, you know.
It's frustrating, though, because we warned about it. We were saying, you know, the more that we just keep, the more that we, you know, we've just kept Villa in the game. That's just the thing. And then they're a good enough team to punish us. You
go back to Wilson Odegaard's opportunity, fine margins, puts that in the back of the net. We win this game.
Yeah.
It's just not good enough up front. It's just not clinical enough.
Yeah, how many times in that 10, 15-minute spell did we have the ball bouncing in front of the penalty area for someone to just tap it home? That's, you know, we're having the ball 5-6 yards out. We can't tap it home. These guys are finishing it from 20 yards out.
Yeah. Malamo. Throwing.
And even earlier, right? I mean, Kudus, he rarely puts foot wrong, but there was that one moment where he had all the time in the world and he loses it. Whereas again, you know, you're seeing a Villa player with that sort of time and space, he puts it away. Van de Ven, nowhere to go.
So frustrating.
Down the line to Bergval. Can you keep it in?
Take a touch. Someone make a run. Richarlison's gone back post. I don't know why.
He didn't look offsides. Sarr and Johnson coming on. It's desperation time. Are probably on for Bentancur.
Goes back to what, we were saying, over the international break period, that you can't just happy clap like seals and stuff like that. The way we are going forward, when you come up against better teams, you're going to get punished.
Just left the door open today. We left the door open today and got absolutely... We were knocking on the door, but we left the door open.
Let's see if we can try and salvage a point here anyway. So frustrating. Bergkamp. Now, he always does this when we're chasing games and there's 5 minutes to go. Go back and look at every time this kid with 5 minutes to go, the amount of fucking free kicks he gives away from stupid, reckless shit. Frank, there's too much of this going on today. I'm going to lose my mind. There's too much of this shit going on. There's notes everywhere and we're not seeing anything different happening. Notes, instructions, tactical boards, fuck me.
Going to a 3 in the back.
An AI robot on the side of the line, on the touch line at this point.
We're going to like a 3 in the back.
Put Mawani up top with Richie. Alan Glauber, I'm sick of this. Tyler, I'm so sick of this. Honestly, it's just like, this notes and all this bollocks. Just get them on the pitch. Fans are not happy today. Look at the comments. The fans are not happy.
Out there, Pedro. Out there.
Can you got to make something of this.
Oh, my gosh. Pedro Porro, man.
Oh.
I think Mawani made the wrong run, though. He needed to sort of cut across. I think you need to make a run.
That touch there, it killed it. He's got to play that first time. He's got to curve that in first time. That touch there killed that. You're right, Mawani could have made a better run as well, to be fair.
Daniel Larson, that just summed up everything. Yeah, that's kind of, that was Spurs in a nutshell right there with Pedro Porro.
Muchness of what we've seen last season going forward. If we don't score from set pieces, we're fucking nothing.
All right, Johnson takes 5 touches going forward, then still goes backwards when everyone is forwards.
Oh, Porro, you can't be. Now Bentancur's off. There's no midfielder that wants the ball. Oh my lord, what is going on?
Yeah, the whole midfield is vacant. Alenia, man, take too many touches, too many touches, too many touches.
And that's why we have to play with Bentancur, because no one else wants the ball.
Oh, and then Palhinha. He's doing too much. Palhinha cleared away. Johnson. Richie, you got to be stronger there, though, kid. Not saying that should be a yellow, though, but has a Villa player even been given a yellow today?
I don't think so, no. You got to win this, Richie. It's what you're in the team to do.
Good pressure, Mawani. Great pressure. Great pressure.
Well done, Mawani. Put it in the box. We've got Sarr, we've got Van der Ven, we've got Mawani on, Richarlison on, Palhinha. I mean, just put it in. Thank you. Do you know what? As frustrating as Matisse Tal was today, since Richarlison's come on, he's offered nothing.
You Gotta engage Bergvall, man. Gotta engage him. Well done.
Right, time, Paro. Can we pick something here?
Kudus,
Yes, Moses.
lovely. Too much
just
dribbling again, man. You had your angle too much.
Oh, Sar. Oh, Sar.
That's a terrible giveaway.
Oh, Sar.
Watkins. Van de Ven. Great defending. Such a poor giveaway. That's just, again, us in a nutshell.
We're lucky Watkins was greedy there. He should have held that and laid it on from again.
Oh. 7 minutes.
It's starting to feel like the same shit. The Sky's just under a different name. Nicholas Walker. Our entire back line has lost the first touch.
Or has the first touch of a landmine.
The first touch of a landmine.
I don't think the back line has honestly been the problem today. I think Pedro Porro's really stunk it up in the last 10 minutes, but I don't think it's them. I'm being frank.
Yeah.
I think Van de Ven and... just to check. Oh, please. Kudus. Oh, my Lord, man. Oh, my Lord. Kudus is just playing worse and worse now the last 10 minutes. Oh, my gosh. We've had 2 breakaways right there. Oh, we can't even... Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. We've lost
control of this game. This is done. We ain't scoring again.
Oh, my gosh. I would say it's more now the forward line is at the touch of a landmine. Nicholas. I do think Danzo and Van de Ven have had a pretty incredible game. I don't think it's on them. That was just awful to watch right there, though, from Kudus.
But again, we're so heavily reliant on the guy, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, look at the players we bought off the bench today up front. Have any of them made a difference?
No.
You know, it just goes to show how overly reliant we are on him. And so I think he knows that, Jack. That's why near the end of games, you're seeing him maybe trying to take extra touches when he doesn't need to and stuff, because I think he realizes if I don't produce nothing, who else is? Like, when Charleston's come on, I don't think he's touched the ball. Mwani's come on, hasn't done anything.
Good ball.
Oh, go on.
Kudus.
That'll do. Corner kick. Done well. You know, Simmons has come off, but what did he do today going forward? Nothing. You know what I mean? It's just on him, unfortunately. He's bollocks. He can barely move now. Look at him. Walking like an old man. Please, Kudus. Please say you have one moment of brilliance left in that left foot. Please, man. Can we do a Sonny here? Put it in the back net from the corner.
Back post. Come on. Mwani, oh my God. We have
what is with us signing players that are kicking fresh air? Honestly,
oh my God.
We're signing players that can't even kick a football. It's hurting. It's really hurting me.
We've had two. That should have been a goal. It's Dave, this is another one. Bouncing in the 6-yard box. It's literally bouncing in the 6-yard box for someone to hit. We've had 4 of those today where it's just bouncing in the penalty area for someone to hit it. It's insane.
We've signed, we let go one of the best strikers of the football in the world to bring in players
kicking
to
fresh
replace
air.
them that can't even kick a football. They're kicking air. They're kicking fresh air.
Oh my gosh. Out there, Pedro. Well done.
I mean, anyone that tried to justify Tottenham selling Harry Kane needs their ball knowledge tested, because, you know, the idea was going to spread out the goals across the front three, and all we've done is sign players that are kicking fresh air. I mean, you could bring me and Jack in to do that. That's fucking insane.
We've had 2 opportunities in front of goal. We've swiped it. They haven't even registered as shots, and they were open goals, basically.
But the fact that we're only getting shots from long throw-ins is a major concern.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong, I'm delighted because we can't cross a ball for coffee. So at least we're creating. At least, like, you know, we're navigating instead of flapping about with it. It's going straight in. But it's concerning that they're the only opportunities we're creating. I was in a great mood today. They've ruined it.
Frank needs to spend all of next training kicking 6 yards out.
The thing is, when there's no pressure on these guys, you look at some of the training videos coming out, they can finish. It's just when the pressure's on in a match game situation, they lose all composure. Kudos. Good ball. Good fucking ball.
Johnson. Oh, my Lord, man. This guy's a terrorist.
Oh, my
That first touch as well was just
Villa have put 2 goals in from the edge of the box.
And this is
we
Johnson's...
can't hit the target from about 12 yards out. Oh, my Lord.
I don't even know. Did it go out for a goal kick? Almost went out for a throw-in.
How are we ever supposed to score goals? How are we ever supposed to score goals?
Oh my God. That's like watching a 6-year-old.
He hasn't even got it on target. He hasn't even got it towards the goals.
That's like watching a 6-year-old.
Sally, just get rid of him in January, please. Do me a favor.
Yeah, literally King Huddle. And people say Johnson's a 9. People who want Johnson as a striker, and then that's his first touch and his shot.
Wants Johnson as a striker because he can tap balls home from 6 yards. Oh, fuck off. I'm not listening to it anymore. It's useless.
Here he is again.
The guy wouldn't even finish in Bonnie Blue at this stage.
He looks drunk.
The ball, post. 2 players there. Not one of them get on the end of it. Oh, my God. There's 2 players crashing in on there. They've got to be favourites to win that, surely. Karate FC, January reinforcements needed ASAP. Yep. Especially in that front line.
Was Sar actually offsides there?
Especially in that front line there, Karate. Especially. We need a left wing and we need a striker. I'm not dicking about with the options we've got anymore. Unfortunately, we have to up until January. But just go and put it right in January. If they do, this club will go in a different trajectory. You just can't help but look at today's game and go, we're missing a partnership like Kane and Son. Kane and Son would have won this game for us today. You're just missing a partnership like that up front. We're just so reliant on Kudos to open everything up all the time. There we go. Game over. Oh.
Wow, that feels like a kick in... I mean, that feels like a real kick in the stones.
But it's one of them games, Jack. Like, look.
We were the better team up until the 60th minute, and then we lost the momentum. And then Villa, 2 incredible moments of finishing from them.
Like, even look at Bentancur, look at some of the players. Even their heads are down. And
I think their heads are down because they feel like they probably played well, like I said, up until the 60th. But then after the 60th minute, we were sort of saying, they're going to punish us, Villa, because we're just not...
This isn't new, though, Jack.
Yeah.
How many times under Postecoglou were we dominating games at times before things went tits up last year? How many times in his first year were we dominating games but never killed teams off and got suckered? This isn't new. This is repetitive. You're looking at today's game. We're just missing Kane and Son. The 2 areas we're looking for to sign in January transfer window, left wing and striker. Shows how much we're missing them guys badly. We never done enough to go and replace them. And at the end of the day, if we had a duo even half as good as that, we would have won this game today. Our big problem is, when we have spells on top of the game, we get into promising positions, but nothing ever comes of it. Nothing. Yeah. Wilson Odegaard, how many promising positions did he get in today?
Yeah.
Delivered fuck all off the back of it. Matisse Tal had an opportunity, couldn't make connection with the ball. The one opportunity he had, apart from that, offered absolutely nothing. Richarlison comes off the bench. Didn't even get a sniff at goal, didn't even get a touch of the ball. Moani comes off the bench, done nothing. Johnson comes off the bench, gets one chance, puts it back out to where the cross came from. What hope have we got when these are the 4 players that we're relying on? Look, I don't want to include Moani in today because he's only back, he hasn't had pre-season, etc., etc. But in general, he had a good opportunity and kick fresh air. You know what I mean? And that's what we're missing.
6 yards out.
But the fact that we're going to harp back and go, well, we had a couple of, Odegaard missed an opportunity. Moani kicked fresh air. Tel didn't make connection with the ball. But this has been Tottenham's problem for years now.
Yeah.
For years. We start off so well. The defensive structure is there. The midfield is there. But we do not have the forward line to go and kill games. Today was one of them games where it's momentum shifting for the season. It sort of dictates what you're going to get out of the season. And people called me dramatic, but I saw it coming. We were 4 points ahead of Villa. We were sitting in 5th. They were sitting in 11th. There's now 1 point between us. We are pulled right back into the pack, and we've got our most difficult fixtures coming up. And this is what I tried to warn about coming up. If we struggle to rip apart some of the relegation standard teams, these next run of games, we're going to get caught with what we're doing, because we don't have a good enough forward line to be able to take their opportunities to be able to win the game. Because the reality is, as we've seen against Villa today, they didn't create an awful lot, but these teams have the ability to have 2 shots outside the box and punish you. And that's exactly what's happened today. Aston Villa weren't great whatsoever.
No.
They had 2 pop shots from the edge of the box, but they hit the target. We can't even hit the target from 6 yards out. I mean, it's a huge problem. This has been Tottenham's problem for a long time now. You know, even under Ange last year, same problem. Going forward, couldn't create nothing. It is a huge problem. And honestly, we needed to win today. Now all of a sudden we go away to Monaco. We've got Everton away now next week. We're going into a difficult run of fixtures. We're going to have to learn. We can, and at the end of the day, I'll be honest, I think it's only going to be rectified in the January transfer window. You've seen the problem we had in midfield. Signing Paulinia solved that. You've seen the problem we had out on right wing. Signing Kudus solved that. We can sit here and say Frank is a great coach. He develops players. The reality is he's going to have 1 training session in between games on the football pitch between now and January transfer window, with the games coming in thick and fast. What can he realistically get Udebert to do, Tell to do, Richarlison to do that they haven't done? Or, you know, there's nothing he can do to work on these guys. Because we're on planes and traveling all the time, the quality of your player really matters. So it's not really going to improve till January. So we are in for a long, dark couple of months. It is going to be a tough couple of months. Every single game is going to feel like a battle. And eventually, that takes its toll on the fans. It will take its toll on the manager. It will take its toll on the players. I've been here too many times before where we get off to promising starts, off the back of international October break. You go, right, go and win, kick on. Just like Arsenal done yesterday. It doesn't have to be pretty. Just put the 3 points on the board. And we failed today. And it's not like Villa put the pressure on us. They just scored 2 goals from the edge of the box. They offered absolutely fuck off from that. We are the masters of our own downfall. We do not seize on opportunities when they present themselves in games or even in the league. The mentality has not changed. Frank has a massive job in trying to change the mentality at this football club. We should never have lost this game today. We should never even drawn it. We should have took 3 points today. They were there for the taking. This is an Aston Villa team that have been patchy at the start of this season.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, it just comes down to the same old problems yet again. Not clinical enough.
Yeah.
You know, I tried to warn years ago, Jack. Even if you are going to, like Kane and Son are getting on, yeah, the club cashed in on Kane, but get ahead of the problem. Go and spend the money wisely, bring in the right quality players. We took a gamble, and we're still paying the price for the gamble we took. The 2 players that everyone wants filled, left wing and striker. But how many fans were saying sell them off?
It just seems like the same problem has carried over from last season, but we did see it coming. Like, we are defensively better. We are defensively more solid, but we're not even able to put away chances outside the 6-yard box. Like, we have the ball bouncing in the penalty area and people are whiffing at shots. We have people with 2-on-1s, you know, on the wings, and we're playing it out of play, or we're just seeing guys just mess up some of the easiest of moments to try to create an opportunity or create a chance, even towards the end there, right? I mean, Pedro Porro, you know, has that breakaway, and we have Moani running behind. He's just ballooning it to the keeper. We had another breakaway of the same type. We're still giving it away. It's just, Spurs just have no clinical edge about them whatsoever. We are just toothless in the final third. Whereas Villa, I mean, they sort of didn't really do, they just never really had like a real sustained period of pressure. It felt like Villa. I think after the 60th minute, we did start to kind of let them back into the game because it felt like we were on top of them coming out the gates in the second half. Then we didn't take advantage of some of those little moments that we had. And then they just punished us. And that's the frustrating bit, is you're just watching a team that, because Villa are a good test. They're a good barometer. They're a team that you would think, you know, if you leave them in the game, they will punish you, even if they are the worst team, even if they haven't really necessarily been dominating you. If you give them sort of that leg where it's still level, there's still an opportunity for someone to go and win it. They are a team that's capable of going on and win it. And they did exactly that. That's just the frustrating bit, is Spurs, I would say, were the better team up until the 60th minute. And then after the 60th minute, we lost a bit of momentum. maybe that was just because we weren't taking those chances and those opportunities, and it was always going to be down to one of the teams just to take whatever moment comes their way. And Villa absolutely did that with two incredible goals, really. But it's
I
just
also
Spurs are just still carrying over the same problem from last season, just not clinical at all in any way.
I'd also add, and I'm going to be a bit contradictory here with the point that I'm going to make here, but you already see it in the comments. I can already see it sort of on socials, the noise coming out around Frank and stuff. And look, don't get me wrong, did he cover himself in glory today?
Mm.
I don't think so. I'm not being funny.
The subs, yeah.
Again, I've said this how many times though, Jack, even from the starting lineup. Predicted lineup. My predicted lineup I put out. I said you can't play Xavi Simons in the number 10 today. He's going to get lost in that midfield. He's exactly what planned out. He needed to start Sarr in there, sacrifice a body, and get Xavi Simons out on the left because I think he'd have better end product than Wilson Odegaard. Xavi Simons struggled, but he kept him out there for way too long today. He made one sub on the 60th minute when he could have made two or three substitutions. Then when he did have subs lined up on the sideline, he took too long to get them on because he wants to try and cover every facet of the game that's going on with instructions, this, that, and the other. And I'm not being funny. We've seen letters being passed on the pitch, tactical boards out, magnets, everything. What changes did we see?
No.
Absolutely fuck all. Absolutely nothing. And I you can pull out Thomas Frank for minor things like that. Ange Postecoglou, how often did he wait till we went behind in games to make substitutions? The same thing happened today. We waited too long, went one behind, then we made the subs. Couldn't call it back. Some of the same things are happening. But this again is where I'm going to come out with some of the stuff I have done on the previous managers. It's not their fault. At the end of the day, he's making subs off the bench with players that we know are not good enough to go and try and change a game.
Yeah.
What do you want them to do? Well, I've seen this too many times with managers, with Jose, with Conte, with Postecoglou. Now we're seeing the same with Frank. What do we want them to do with the institutions off the bench and stuff? There's only so much changes he can make. At the end of the day, he's put out his best 11. And the reason why it's his best 11 is because he doesn't trust some of the other guys off the bench.
Well, the starting 11 is still a bit even underwhelming because it's still, young, unproven players like Tell and Odegaard. But we actually probably looked our best with that starting 11. The moment that we started making substitutions, I agree, took way too long. But what impact did any of the subs make, from Richarlison to Bergvall to the rest? Like, none of them made any impact whatsoever. Moani, like you're saying, only really had so much time on the pitch. But then the one opportunity he had to be a hero. He whiffs at the shot. And it's just like, you don't really have a whole lot to work with, it feels like, off the bench. Or at least none of them took their opportunity. None of them took their chance. Even Brennan Johnson at the end there would have been a hell of a finish if he were to somehow bring that down. But the fact that he's ballooning it out almost for a throw-in, just sort of think, like, it's just not really anyone there that took advantage of any of the opportunities they were given off of the bench there.
Well, this is why Thomas Frank needs time and more transfer windows, Jack, because we're relying on a lot of players that weren't the answer last season to go and win us games of football.
Right. No.
And this is where the quality comes into it. This is where Thomas Frank needs time and more transfer windows, because Mo Kudus has made a massive impact at this football club. João Palhinha has made a massive impact at this football club. And that's not down to Thomas Frank's magnificent coaching and stuff like that.
Just good players.
That's just down to the quality that you brought in. So we need more windows of the ilk that we had last summer to sort of change this around and push forward. Yeah, you can question little things. Did Frank get his starting lineup? Which is one question, I've put to him consistently so far at the start of the season. No, I don't think he has. But when you are working with a lot of youth and a lot of bang average players, it's sort of hard to get your starting 11 right. When you're trying to piece together a starting 11, you're trying to cover two positions, and you could put out two guys that are performing amazingly in training that week, but then you put them out there and they completely let you down. Then the following week you go and put another two out there, to try and change it up, and then they go and let you down. And then all of a sudden you're looking at four players. You're like, I've no faith in any of them. What do I do here?
Says a lot when Tell and Odegaard are probably the best performing ones, at the minute. Like, I think they have been improving. I think they are showing their promise, but the idea that they are actually the best ones we have to pick from in terms of the striker and the left wing at this moment in time, it's just sort of says it all. It just says it all. We've gone from, like you said, we went from Harry Kane and Sonny to now Tell and Odegaard being the best options. It's just, the drop off is insane.
It's insane, and it's costly. It's absolutely costly. When we were selling Harry Kane and even Son, how many times did I try to highlight the winners, the match winners they used to score for Tottenham? And people took that for granted. It's fine, anyone could do that. No. It's about having the composure in the moment. And we've seen the quality absolutely matters. But like, I've seen it today. People going after Kudos. He's too selfish. He's this, he's that. Okay, granted, towards the end of the game, he got a bit selfish. But put yourself in Mo Kudos' position. Put yourself in his shoes. If he doesn't create, no one does. He's the only one that fashioned a chance from open play today with that cross from Matisse style. The only one that fashioned a chance from open play. So he knows if he doesn't get on the ball and try and make something happen, no one else is.
Yeah.
And that's why then it ends up looking selfish. We have the conversation around he needs to add more goals to his game. But he can't just beat 10 players and put the ball in the back of net all the time. He needs other players to work with. And that's where the problem comes in. Xavi Simons hasn't been the answer in that cam position the way everyone painted him out to be. Matisse Tell hasn't been the answer up front the way fans thought he would be. Wilson Odegaard hasn't been the answer off the left. The reality is, we are so reliant on this guy and he knows it. That's why he just makes them runs himself, because what's the point in giving it to Johnson? The minute Johnson had a chance to run forward, he passed it backwards. Yeah. Richarlison can't get on the ball and create anything. So he knows he has to take that ball and run at them and try and create something, because no one else will.
Yeah. I mean, also more and more and more teams are going to figure this out, where they know going to be the one guy with that bit of quality, and he'll be triple marked, double marked, almost at all opportunities.
That's another point. We've said it, Jack. All we've done is shifted the problem from the right-hand side
to the left-hand
side.
Yeah.
And it's the same problem still exists. We spoke about in the pre-match build-up today. I highlighted it. I said, look, many people made the argument it was too predictable to play against last year. It was too predictable to play against this year. You look at what Unai Emery done. He sat Onana on the number 10, took him out of the game, which meant Kudos had nobody to link up with.
Yeah. And then you have McGinn.
Kudos every time he got the ball. They left Wilson, Odegaard, and Jed Spence free down that side, and they created fuck all off the back of it. Yeah. All we've done is shift the problem.
Let's get to some of these other people. But thank you, everybody, for being here with us. Appreciate you guys.
Yeah.
Give us your thoughts, please. Tyler, member for 32 months, Flat Cap member, saying fixtures only are getting tougher from here. We are in trouble. I think Dave was talking about that almost a week or two ago, really. A week or two ago, you were talking about they kind of did need to pick up a result here to also give ourselves that confidence, because I think you mentioned, Dave, right? The majority, the rest of our tough games are at home, and Spurs' record at home here has just been terrible. And Villa were a good sort of quality enough side to sort of give ourselves that, test and that bit of confidence. And it seems like we've lost them after this game.
Well, what concerns me is anytime, okay, Man City, but we always beat Man City. We expect to beat Burnley. We expect to beat Leeds. But anytime we've come up against anyone half decent, Villa, Bournemouth, we've lost.
Yeah. Well, especially at home. It's been a different story, maybe away from home. But at home, it's just there's no real game that you can pick your point to yet that we've done well enough from. Q7, 13 months, fan show member saying, like I said, Dave, we have a soft mentality. Yes, the squad depth and numbers, but not in quality. Frank is at fault a bit, but we need better players. It's just simple. I think that's probably a fair summary. I think, Frank is a little bit at fault for taking too long for the substitutions, right? The danger signs and the warning signs were there. Once Spurs didn't take advantage of that first 10, 15 minutes, we could have gone ahead there. But that fact that we didn't, that's when you need to make the subs and probably need to make more than just Richarlison. And then also it did feel like maybe just too much tactical instructions that were coming on, into the pitch. And then, like you're saying, soft mentality from Spurs and, the squad depth as well, just not there.
I think we're approaching the point, Q and Jack, that we've approached with many managers before, and that who do you make a bigger part of the problem? The lackluster 4 players that we've witnessed under different managers all produce the same shit, or the manager? And I think at this point, this is where Spurs fans need to back the manager, like we've been trying to say before. You really have to knuckle down and back the manager. The lack of quality in the front line is a bigger problem. When you had a manager who, like under Postecoglou, set the team up so far in the opposition third, and they still can't produce, and then you bring in Thomas Frank, who sets them up a little bit deeper, gives them the time to be able to run at their opponent and stuff, and not always receive the ball with the back to play, you're still seeing the same shit. So that is a bigger problem than Thomas Frank.
I think Q7's summary is very apt, actually. I think it's probably where a lot of people's heads are at, where it's kind of a bit of everything, to be honest. TJ saying, our strikers have been a disaster. These guys aren't even top 6 level. That's the thing, TJ, that worries me is I think Tell and Odegaard have been improving, but just the idea that they are actually at the minute the best ones to pick from. is just screams, just disaster really for us, or just screams, just like we are working with, in my opinion, for the most part, we have a top level defense, very good options in the midfield for the most part. But then you look at the forward line, like Kudus is just playing a different game compared to the rest of these guys. And then, you look at Richarlison, like I kind of feel for him because he didn't really get a ton of service, but he's been offering very, very little. So I can't be too sympathetic towards him. Then you look at the likes of Johnson, just sums him up right there at the end of the game. That's what you're working with, a guy that really is just a tapping merchant and then can't do anything else in the game. And then the likes of Odebear and Matisse Tell at the minute are the ones in the best of form, but they still are very, very, very raw and still seem to have a lot more time to go in terms of being able to be at a top level Premier League quality. Like Odebear and Tell, like I said, I've been liking them in recent games. They've been improving. They've been showing that maybe there is something there. They still aren't going to be able to they wouldn't make most Premier League starting forward lines. They just wouldn't. And that's what Thomas Frank has to work with. They probably wouldn't even get into like Wolves' starting lineup, in terms of a forward line. That's what we have to.
What frustrates me is we've had so many great wingers at this club, so many great strikers, that we're sitting here on our knees begging for one of them guys to produce some ounce of
not
quality.
Even whiff at the ball. Yeah.
It shows how much we have got selling the Son and Kane so wrong. It's unbelievable. And what annoys me is, when it came to Bolt, we tried to make points, that around, there's stuff that we take for granted. And I think many people dismissed them, and it's coming home to roost now. It's coming back to bite us now. Even though Son he had lost a yard of pace, he still had the quality in possession to pick that final pass, put in a decent cross and stuff like that. Harry Kane, not the quickest of strikers, but lethal. I'm sorry, I've never seen a front line at this level of football kick so much fresh air in my life. It is so frustrating. So frustrating. We've gone from two guys that could rip the tightest of defence apart. The tightest of defence. They would have got inside a nun's knickers. They were that good. Right? And now we're watching a forward line that are fluffing their lines, kicking balls astray, kicking fresh air. I mean, it's absolutely insufferable. It's insufferable. And to be honest with you, they make everyone else look bad. Because the reality is, the defence had a decent game today. Midfield had a decent game today. But because we've lost the game, and because we're kicking fresh air in big moments, not taking opportunities, they make everyone else look bad.
Yeah. And then also we have Artist T. Thank you for the support, by the way, TJ. Thank you as well, Q7 and Tyler. Appreciate you guys. And then Artist T saying, just awful. That didn't look like a team that won a major trophy today. It's matches like this where we need senior and high-quality players in the side, not young ones like Bergvall or Odebear. Again, deservedly booed off.
Yep.
Agree, to be honest, Artist T. I think that's actually pretty well summarized.
For once.
Yeah, seriously. Big up, Artist.
He's absolutely
I can't disagree. I can't disagree with anything you said there.
He's absolutely spot on. And look, fans can make a big thing of fans booing the team off. I'm sorry. They deserve it. They deserve it.
What's it
I'm
like?
Sorry.
It's like 2 wins. What do we have? 2 wins at home this whole season in all competitions, or something like that?
It's shocking.
2 out of 4.
And when you're seeing people kick fresh air, Porro, how many? He had 2 of the same opportunities down the right-hand side in the last 7 minutes. All he's got to do is whip that ball around, and he's capable. We've seen him make 70-yard balls, diags, straight out to the wing's foot. We've seen one in the first half. But when it comes to the moment, we're erratic. All of a sudden, players lose all composure. It's a huge problem, RST. But also the youngsters. Like, we can sit here and pull out the good parts that Bergvall does. But at Spurs, we don't ever want to have serious conversations about the limitations on players. No. What they can't do. And until we start having proper conversations, you see it, Jack, we try to have fair discussions on players. When it comes to Bergvall, for instance, I'll always point out to the good, but I'll pull him out for the mistakes he's made. As soon as you pull him out for mistakes, people are on your case. We never want to have honest conversations about our players at Tottenham Hotspur. And until we do, we're always going to keep blaming the manager. We're always going to keep resorting back to it's the manager's fault unless we can have serious conversations around the limitations of some of our options.
Yeah. And Artist T, I can't disagree with anything you've written there. And I think a lot of us just feel like we need another Kudus type quality player up top and probably on the left as well. I think we just need guys of actual proven quality, ones that we know can be able to put away opportunities, put away some of these moments. Because, like I said, I'm liking the improvement I'm seeing from Tell and Odebear, but it's just not enough for the type of for where we want to be. We're trying to challenge for the top 6. We're trying to challenge in the Champions League and all these competitions. If we're going to be relying on these guys, it's a bad omen. It's a bad sign. They are just way too raw for what we probably are expecting this season. And like you're saying, for a team that won the Europa League, it's not looking like that at the minute. Big up, Artist T.
Yeah,
Limpy Down Under, member for 2 months. First 11 was better, but subs came on far too late.
weak.
I think, it's just when you say, Dave, I think Spurs were probably, for the most part, the better team for 60 minutes. But it felt like after the 60th minute, it was kind of just Villa just sort of creeping into the game. And, they punished us for that because we sort of lost that momentum and then we couldn't really get it back.
Well, I think when you see, I think the players know themselves, when you see enough good opportunities being wasted, good breakaways being wasted, you start feeling yourself as a player. It's not going to be your day. You start dropping a little bit deeper, start becoming a little bit more nervous. I think that's exactly what we've seen today. And look, I agree with him. I think, he could have got the Bergvall and that sub on 5 minutes earlier, just to even just get fresh legs to press the ball and push Aston Villa back. But the reality is, when we have the same complaints under Frank from Postecoglou in terms of the substitutions, I'm starting to think, well, are they leaving it so late? Because they have no faith in these guys to change the game. And that's why they're leaving the 11 out there for so long. Because they have no faith in what they're bringing off the bench.
Yeah. Really appreciate the support, Limpy Down Under. This funny comment, actually, from Ed Sweeting saying, even though Son had his worst season for us last year due to his struggles with injury, in 30 games, he still got 7 goals, and Odebear and Tell don't even look capable of getting 5 goals between them at the minute. And I think that's actually a pretty apt comment. I mean, Sonny, even still in his worst season, I think still finished in all competitions, 3rd or something, for goal contributions or something. That's what we just need, is someone that can do some of the, like what Dave said and probably mentioned before, things that we kind of just took for granted, just being able to play a simple pass, being able to whip in a good cross, take on your man, create a bit of separation, make a good decision under pressure in the final third. And now it's just so far and few between. It feels like, we're just desperate for just any little bit of moment of quality, and we rarely get it from anybody in the side. Very good comment there. And then Hollywood Hotspur, big up Hollywood. Hopefully you're all right. Saying Vic is out of position on his first goal, then complaining about being unsided by a phantom offside for the second. I've lost confidence in him. Again, I probably need to look back on them, but the first one felt dodgy because it just sort of hit the middle of the goal. It's not like it really hit the top bins. It had a real dip and it had a real sort of knuckle to it. It felt like that shot from Rogers. But to me, Vic, he looked maybe too far off of his line, and then his dive, he wasn't even close to it. He didn't even have any chance of getting a finger towards it. But it's not like it flew into the upper V's or anything like that. So first one, I do have some question marks over. The second one, maybe he could have done a little bit better on it. It did look like an incredible finish, to be fair. Both of them were really well struck and really well hit. But I don't know. Vicario, I mean, Dave mentioned this. He has been conceding a lot of goals from outside the penalty area in this season.
And it's a huge concern, because if you go back and look at Flecken last year for Brentford, faced the most shots from outside the box than any other goalkeeper. So it is something that Vicario has to be better at. Look, I think the second goal, you can't put down Vicario. That's wrapped right into the bottom corner. I don't think any goalkeeper in the world is saving that. It is a good finish. First goal, again, caught it sweetly. It's dipping. It rises and dips. But it's central enough. I'm looking at Vicario. Could he have maybe done better? Instead of diving sideways, could he have maybe dived backwards? I've seen keepers jump backwards and palm them over and stuff like that.
Right.
So that's where I maybe have question marks around Vicario on that.
I just, maybe another theory as well, which could be true, is that under Ange, some of the chances that we conceded were kind of these breakaway, counter-attacking chances where, we're on top of the team, but then we just get transitioned on so easily. And so Vicario had to pull off these sort of one-on-one type saves, it felt like, lots of times. And maybe the shots he's conceding now, or when it's a lot of bodies around him, a lot of people in front of the ball, and he seems to really struggle with that. So it's kind of just the opposite, whereas before he would kind of be saving a lot of counter-attacking opportunities, whereas now it's sort of like when we're putting a lot of defenders in front of the shot, he's not good enough to see where the ball is headed and to sort of be able to, be on top of it. It's maybe just a different type of shot that he's now seeing on a more regular basis, and he's just struggling with it. Like Dave said, maybe it's whereas before under Ange, it wasn't really like shots outside the penalty area that we conceded. They were more just kind of one-on-ones, dangerous counterattacks. Whereas now the shots that we're conceding are a lot more from outside the box with lots of defenders around him, and he's struggling with that, Vicario.
I would also like to throw in there, and this is in the defense of Vicario, Bentancur was very lazy on their first goal. He could have came out and closed it down. And the second one, I mean, I was screaming. I could see it coming. Don't let him shoot. Don't let him shoot. Don't let him shoot. Let him shoot. Ends up in the bottom corner.
Similar goals.
Yeah, Bentancur could have done more. Spence could have done more to try and close it down. He hasn't been helped by that, but in general, he's got to do better.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's a bit of both. I think it's on Vicario, but both goals were similar in that we were just asking for someone just to close down the shot and not make it that easy on them to get a shot off. And both of them, just a bunch of guys standing back and putting their hands behind their back as well. Thank you, Hollywood Hotspur, though. I think a lot of people might agree with you, though, man. Vicario's been under pressure already. This wasn't a game that you would say really helped him, to be honest. And then TJ, really appreciate the support, TJ, saying my issue is we wasted this summer with Daniel Levy working on transfers with them knowing he was going out. We didn't get in the guys that we wanted. To your point, TJ, even in the fan forum, like Johan Lange admitted to it. He did say like there were guys that we were after this summer and we weren't able to get them over the line. He sort of finished off, the point by saying we only want guys at the club that want to be here. I felt like that was a bit of a cop-out, to be honest, because he did at the same time admit to the fact that we didn't get all the targets that maybe we wanted initially. So, yeah, it was kind of a summer wasted of Daniel Levy messing about, Johan Lange, I guess, not being a good enough and shrewd negotiator to sort of get these players over the line. And we just didn't add enough quality, really, in my opinion, in that forward line for us to really push on this season. It seems like we just keep repeating it, but we are carrying over the same problem from last season into just this season. Yes, it's a new manager. Yes, it's a different style of play, but kind of the same problem is persisting in terms of having no clinical edge and just being a bit toothless going forward.
This is why I didn't really go overboard with the summer transfer window we had, because my biggest complaint was we spent the first few months of the window pissing about making decisions. That we left it too late to really go after and get the players in that we needed in all the positions. We left ourselves too late. We left it too long to sack Postecoglou. Postecoglou, it recently said that the decision was made like 3 months before that he was going to leave at the end of the season. So why did it take the club so long after the Europa League win to sack the guy? Then they pissed about deciding who they wanted to get in. Then they pissed about deciding whether they wanted to bring in Thomas Frank's coaching staff or not. He had to fight for absolutely everything. And then, when he comes in, he's got to assess his squad and stuff like that. And, the whole window, for the first couple of months, it was absolutely shambolic. Then we had the failed pursuit of Gibbs-White, failed pursuit of Eze. We left it so late to bring in Moani and Simmons, which, many people said has saved the window. I think, like my point I tried to say in the summer, I think they've gone overboard with Simmons. I think he's a player that's going to take time to adapt and stuff like that. And it's like, we hampered ourselves in the window because we took too long to make decisions. And look, you're hoping now that window's going forward, there's going to be a lot more decisive action. It seems like what we've got in place now at board level, they seem to be a lot more decisive with what they're doing and swifter in making decisions and how they want to go about things. And also, all of it also comes down to having the ambition, having ambition to go and try and fix the problems, make this club successful. Now, with all the lip service coming out again, which again, is lip service. We'll wait and see if they actually back it up, that they want to kick this club on. So I think if they compare the two, keep making swift decisions and have the ambition, then hopefully you will see better transfer windows at this club moving forward. But it's just so frustrating with the amount of time we took. But hopefully now with the problem removed, you'll see a lot better.
Yeah. Appreciate your support, by the way, TJ. Just some other funny comments that I'll take. Lesser known saying, problem was we didn't even start own goals today. I think we are going to have to find a way to sign own goals into the team. Limpy Down Under saying Vicario made 0 saves in this game. It's a fair point, actually, to think about. And then Hollywood Hotspur saying it was his starting position. I think he's just clarifying from the super chat from earlier. He was saying it was his starting position on the first goal. where Vic conceded that one. Most keepers wouldn't have even needed to dive if they were in the right position. That's a fair point.
Fair point.
I think he, from the get-go, I did think, is he just in the wrong position? Is he just way too far off his line? And that's how it dipped over him just so easily. And like Dave mentioned too, he was diving sideways at it, where that also just didn't really make a lot of sense for the type of shot that Rodgers had. It was one that started way above the bar and then dipped right at the end, over the keeper. But Vaccaro, even his dive just didn't make any sense to save it. And then also we had one from Stateside Footy saying, credit to Villa for sniffing out our weaknesses in this game. They peppered us with shots from outside the 18-yard box, but our defending on those shots was non-existent. That's a fair point from Stevie there. Hopefully you're doing all right, sir. And then Artist T saying, the moment we went 2-1 down, I knew we weren't winning this game. I didn't even expect something jammy like Wolves and Bodo Glimt. It was that slow and zero quality. I don't know. Maybe I had a slight hope that we were going to push, get something from it, because it did feel like we were trying to get back into it. There was, again, a few of these moments where the ball is just bouncing in the penalty area for someone to just sort of get onto it and just sort of have a strike. Even Kolomoani, I actually thought we were going to score from that one, and somehow we didn't. So I kind of agree with you, Artist, where I didn't have a ton of hope that we were going to go on and win this game or anything like that when we went 2-1 down. I did feel like, our heads were going to drop and we were going to probably peter out, but there were just so many little moments where the ball is just asked, for someone to sort of tap it home in this game. And for some reason, we just couldn't do it. Like the chance that Bentancur had, right? We had that chance multiple times, it felt like, in this game, where someone wins the first header, the ball is bouncing in a dangerous area, and for some reason, we just couldn't find, the gumption to put it away. Like even the moment that Odebear had, right, where it's just falling to him, and all you need to do is just sort of tap it home, and you just can't. We had that chance, it felt like, more than once in this game. It's not pretty football by any means, but it really didn't seem like it should. I don't know. They should have scored at least 2 today. I felt like Spurs were deserving of at least 2 goals, but it's not like I can say we were unlucky. We just weren't good enough, to score the 2 goals. So it's not really down to unluckiness or anything. Like Odebear should have been able to get that on target. Matisse Tell should have found a way to put that in the back of the net, that one chance that he had. And then you also look at Cole Moani towards the end there. Like, that's just, I don't know what he's doing there to be swiping at that. And then there were other little moments here and there where it should have come with a bit more quality, to be honest, RT.
Yeah.
I agree with you. It felt like maybe this was a game where there wasn't going to be a magical comeback or anything like we've seen in the others. Maybe the frustrating bit is the other games where we clawed something back. We were the worst team in those games. Against Bodo Glimt, we were the worst team. And some of the other games where we've clawed back, like at Wolves, we weren't really a better team than Wolves, on that day. Today, maybe the frustrating bit is for about 60 minutes, we did feel like the better team. But the moment that Villa went 2-1 up, you kind of knew that there was danger signs.
I think the difference is against them teams he's put in, there's some of the weaker oppositions you're going to play this year.
Yeah. But we got outplayed by the weaker oppositions, which is the thing.
Because they're weak, it gives you the opportunity to get back in it if you can have a 10-15 minute spell, which is essentially what happened. Yeah. Against the bigger teams, you go down. If you're not creating if you're not taking the opportunities when you're on top of the game, you're definitely not going to come back in these games because you don't have the ability to. You're up against better teams. They'll shut you out more than what the other teams will. And that's the big difference. And that's something I've tried to say all along. When everyone was telling me, Dave, shut up, clap like a seal, smile, be happy and everything else. I said to people, we are sitting in top 4, but playing like a mid-table team. It's not sustainable. It's not good enough to me. We've got a tougher fixture list coming up. That's where the true judge of this team and Thomas Frank will be. So far, it's not off to a good start, is it?
No.
And that's because we're up against better quality teams right now. That's why I sat there and I didn't praise the point against Wolves, even though people told me to. Go back and look at the post-match reaction against Bodo Glimt. Amount of people on the comments, Dave, shut up. It's great. We're showing resilience. We're showing great mentality. Okay, do that in a big game like today. That's where the true test is. In a big game like today, where was that grit? Where was that fucking mentality that everyone spoke about? Praising it against Bodo, praising it against fucking Wolves. Mind-boggling. Praising it against teams you should be beating. And that's why I was frustrated. Yeah, everyone told me to be happy. I said, bigger games come around, that's the true test. Well, where fucking was that today?
Yeah. Just a bit of the opposite, really, where, we showed the gumption and the will to get back against teams that are honestly a lot worse than Aston Villa, whereas today we were probably the better team for a large majority of this game, but then we didn't show that, willingness to get back into it when we did go 2-1 down. Fazzy Radfar, if Cootie and Udogie have serious injuries, this could be a big issue. I worry more about the Romero one. It sounds like Dave was saying that the Udogie one might not be as bad. You can't trust Tottenham
Well, that's
Hotspur
what
because
Frank says. We don't trust the medical diagnosis, so don't.
yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe we don't want to take it fully for their word for it with Udogie, but with Romero, just the idea of him going off that easily from from just training before the game, that worries me because it's non-contact injury. It's something that you do worry about. And also, just Cole Palmer, right? I think he had something like that where he came off in one of those games. I'm not too sure. I think it took him a while to sort of get back, to full fitness again. So I do wonder, if this could be a bad one with Romero, but hopefully not. I think Danzo and Van de Ven, though, weren't the problem today. I actually would probably say that Danzo and Van de Ven were probably some of the better players on the pitch this game. But Romero's a world-class player, and we do need him desperately. That's for sure.
By the way, just quickly, who gets the blame for all these injuries we've got going on now?
Yeah, no, I think that
Just curious.
I've joked to you, right? I think actually the injuries have been almost worse under Thomas Frank since than Ange's, because Ange's maybe happened as the season got to this stage, whereas Frank's injuries have been from the get-go. Like literally the moment he got in charge, felt like 4 or 5 players all of a sudden just got injured. So it's almost like he's breathing near them and they're getting injured.
Injuries ain't an excuse. The precedent was set under Jose when he had injuries and it fell off. People said, nope, got to do better. The precedent was set under Conte when he had injuries and the results weren't happening. People said, nope, don't care, got to do better.
Yeah, got to figure it out.
And also same under Ange Postecoglou. When we had the injury crisis last year, he got blamed for the injuries. It doesn't matter. You got to find a way. So the precedent has been set. Thomas Frank doesn't get the excuse of injuries. He's got to find a way.
Just going to take some final comments before we get on out of here. Look out for the post-match reaction, everybody. Everyone could feel 5 minutes before the equalizer that it was coming, says Alfred. I think it was more the second goal that I saw coming. I'm not sure about the first one. The first one just felt really against the run of play. Felt like we were on top of them and we were pushing for that second.
Yeah.
And then I wasn't even that upset about the first goal because it felt like, you know what, if we keep playing this way, we should be able to go on and grab a second, and at the end of the day, you got to probably try to score 2 goals in your own place to beat a team like Villa. But it was more the second goal that Villa scored. That felt like it was coming, to be honest, because we did lose a lot of momentum after the 60th minute. I watched the warm-up on replay to find the injury. He did some jogs, then he stood watching others pass in the drill. He didn't move. Nobody passed it to him. Then he looked at the assistant. Yeah, maybe it was just inexplainable. Maybe, hopefully it wasn't anything too serious.
Honestly, the amount of people that's involved in making decisions off the sideline is becoming too much to watch. Someone just make a bloody decision. You're seeing all these people with pads, magnets, everything else, but no proactiveness about it.
I think he's talking about the Romero injury.
Oh, well, I'm just going on about in general, yeah. With the Romero injury, I mean, look, what can you do? Sad thing is we played the private jet and we couldn't get him out of it.
Yeah, seriously.
I swear that shit only happens at Tottenham, man.
Mark News saying, will Big Vic keep his place versus Monaco? Franks needs to change it up midweek. I know you were saying, Dave, that Alistair Gold put out that article about Kinski has been kind of underwhelming, but Vicario, I think he is under pressure as much as I like the guy. He hasn't really done a whole lot, it feels like, to warrant, just being played game after game after game.
It doesn't, but
we don't know what's going on in training, and that's what I guess Alistair Gold is saying. Yeah.
Realistically, we don't know, but Alistair Gold's article suggests that he's been given this information, or whoever came out with it was given this information, that basically behind the scenes his progression is just completely regressed, and stuff like that. And hence why Thomas Frank has pulled Vicario into the leadership group to try and show him that, look, you are my number one this year. The current options behind him ain't good enough. To your point that you've tried to make, defend the Vicario at times this year, Jack, that it's like, look, I get the conversation around him, but the backup option we have isn't the solution either.
Yeah.
I mean, like with Kinski, I think the big thing I learned when he was in goals, commands his area more from boxes, from crosses and stuff, fine. But the reality is, the defence are doing a pretty good job now of not relying on Vicario to come and claim crosses. They're dealing with a lot of them, and he's probably better with his feet. But we've already got good passers of the ball in Romero and Pedro Porro from the back. what you need is a great shot stopper, and that's where the questions is coming in around Vicario. Kinski was worse.
Yeah.
Kinski was a hell of a lot worse. So, unfortunately, it's Vicario or Brandon Austin, and I think many people would probably stick with Vicario.
Final comments I'll take here as we're wrapping up. Ed tweeting saying, prime example today is Mbumo gets one chance in 5 minutes and he scores. You need clinical finishing of the team. I just saw that goal back just now, and that's literally exactly what I've been talking about. Is you watch most other teams, and it seems like they're so much more clinical than us with the opportunities that they get. They don't need to be asked more than a few times. They will put away their opportunities. Whereas Spurs, it feels like we need to pepper the goal for like 20, 30 minutes for eventually to just get over the line. Whereas you watch other sides, they are so much more clinical. Even today, like Villa's finishing was very impressive, to be honest, especially for a team like Dave mentioned that's kind of been struggling a little bit this season. They're still good enough to put away chances like that, and punish you. So it is a huge quality difference. Limpy Down Under saying the worry is that we have big games ahead of this. This wasn't even as big of a game at home relatively. Villa at home should be ours. Yeah, I think if we have any serious hopes of challenging for top 4, top 5, it is one of those that you don't need to be beating them 4-0 or anything like that, but you are expecting us to pull a win here if we have any serious aspirations of finishing high up in the table. There you are, everybody, though. I think a lot of people also are questioning Xavi. I think we can probably talk about that as sort of the week goes on. I think he had sort of an okay game, but again, he wasn't necessarily scintillating. But yeah, it's a little bit of a kick in the teeth, it feels like, this game, because we started off strongly and it felt like we were, for the most part, a better team up until around the 60th, and then we got absolutely punished for it. And similar problems from last season are persisting. But we'll give you a post-match reaction, and we'll leave you there with it, everybody. Thanks for all your support. Thanks for being here with us. Thanks for picking us as the watch-along destination. Not a great start back off the international break, but I guess we have a Wednesday against Monaco to hopefully see a big difference. But
hopefully
it seems like similar problems from last season are starting to show.
So just a quick update from Sky. Christian Romero has a minor abductor injury.
All these words of minor, just worry me, because everything minor with, an injury at Spurs always seems
minor.
Yeah.
You haven't seen him all season.
Yeah, it always feels like it's major whenever you hear the word minor. We'll leave you there, though, everybody. Appreciate you. Thanks for being here with us, and we'll see you for the next one on Wednesday. Yeah. Smash the like button, please, on your way out. Thanks to everybody as well that sent in the support. We take as many comments as we can, but we do appreciate you guys showing a little bit of extra support. Yeah. And then there should be, I think, since it's a bit of a different schedule, we'll probably do fan show tomorrow on Monday. So see you there for that in case you are a member. Come on, you Spurs.
Come on, you Spurs. See y'all.
See you next time.